Another power stream. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. God bless everybody out there. I don't even care if you a hater of mine, little troll. You hating ass. Press 1. I have no feelings towards that shit. The meat and potatoes of the situation. Let me see who out there early. Why everybody so quiet nowadays? What's up with y'all? I don't know what's up with y'all lately, man. Y'all so damn quiet in the world. Let's see who out there. Only thing you niggas know how to do now is press 1. Motherfuckers so damn quiet, for. Oh my goodness. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. What's up with you, Angelita Moore? Shout out to the my Patreon. Rearranging some things on Discord to make sure everything is appropriate. Press 1. From rules of engagement to all that, because I'm tapping out of giving a fuck. Press 1. So don't worry, I just deleted a certain part of the Discord so I can apply some things that I learned off of YouTube and really set this thing forth. But what a great day. Yesterday, this whole week full of information. If you ain't been paying attention, something wrong with you. Something really wrong with you. I'm spending a lot of time, a lot of effort trying to bring you up to par, and there's people that is just like overwhelmed, and then there's just, oh yeah, I heard what you said. Oh, what happened? Oh no, I don't know. And like there's those type of people. I'm no longer catering to those type of individuals. If you get it, if you got any questions, feel free in the world to ask. I can care less. I am not, like I told y'all yesterday, I ain't waiting up no more. That's for y'all. You feel me? That's for y'all. She said, oh, okay, I was wondering what's up with everybody was wondering what's up. I'm glad that I'm glad that it wasn't that many messages coming in, because people be thinking I'm tripping or whatever, upset or something. Whenever I talk or have fun, they be tripping on me. Let me see. George definitely funds Black Lives Matter. We understand that. I already know who funds it. The thing is, what is you going to do with your voice and not your fingers? Press 1. That's the thing about me. What is you going to do? I got ton. We know George Soros funds that. We knew that 2 years ago. Are you in my classroom? We knew this 2 years ago. I told you, this channel, the Urban Conservative and shit like that, Tomorrow News Today. We talked about that last year. Okay? There's trillions of dollars spent. Press 1. Raised by blacks. Maybe $3-4 trillion, maybe put in Black Act Blue to try to hide the money. I don't know what they was doing, what these corporations was doing, how they ended up with the money. Colin Kaepernick is full of shit. Press 1. Everything is a lie. That's why I'm tired of them leading me off the cliff. I don't even believe television. I don't believe nothing they do. And it's not hard not to believe them. They like children to me. I don't believe them. Nothing. They're not trustworthy. So I don't even like to hear the news for the day. No, I'd rather hear birds chirping and water drops. Press 1 and the sound of a fucking truck engine or something. I do not want to hear Joe Biden. That makes me retarded. I don't want to see the political game in my face. That makes me retarded. I don't want to be retarded no more. I don't want to be asleep no more. I'm tired. I want my peace. Jesus Christ. And I'm got it. That's it. Y'all can have it. You got to pay attention to what's going on at the time. Are you just not paying attention? I'm not in. It ain't hurt me that you don't. It only hurt me when I think you are, and you don't. And so, if I don't give a fuck, then it wouldn't hurt. So I don't give a fuck. press 1. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can have it. If you ain't caught up, ask questions. If you haven't asked questions, see you tomorrow at school. Lord have mercy. Can I have my peace? Jesus Christ. I ain't getting wrapped up. Cool. We talking about trust, We talking about the media propaganda that was going on in the 1980s, 90s, to blind us from what's due to us. We know our people retarded. We know they incapable. I know they belong in the asylum, but I know that you are untrustworthy. Press 1. And what up, Elroy, Amanda, Brittany, who else in here? Forrest Glory, Said, what's up with you? Teresa Green, shout out to you. Mrs. Lewis, shout out to you. Danielle, let me see who else. This is really just my support team. Loyalty Trucking, Miss Lori, I see you. Anybody else I miss? Let me see. Anybody else? Wish, shout out to you. Yeah, man. That's what it's about right there. It's just, I will help you if you were honest to yourself. I'm cool if you can't be honest that you don't know nothing. I'm actually considering playing all 5 parts at one time so you can get a consensus complete with the 94 crime bill. That's why I got up and got this conversation rolling about the propaganda, about what was conditioning us to deter our family, our parents from even realizing what the hell politically they were even up to. Because I know my pops was at work and the rest was just TV, and our parents be up to what they be doing. Now, who knows what the fuck they was up to? You know what I'm saying? So to hear Joe Biden talk about us that way, let me know everybody dropped the ball. Everybody. Even political folk. I don't even know how they allowed such racists and such, because I know how. Because you don't understand the language. And when you don't understand the language, you'll cut TV on C-SPAN and you won't know what the fuck they talking about. It's boring, it's confusing, ain't got shit to do with nothing you want to think about. You see what I'm saying? So they just talking, long words, big words, double talking like Joe Biden, and they selling you on the stock market. They selling you left. They selling you right. They paying you back interest with crack pipes. Could you believe that? Where are all the black leaders that know this? That's embarrassing. Now you might be saying, how they paying us interest? All this is important. I played a good video yesterday. A lot of words. I referred a couple books. Lots of things people can research and not just wait for Kev. You can take off and take this shit to another level in your own realm or even on the show. But that's for you. I do this and I'm out. I give people enough time. I like free days. I like my time. You feel me? I like putting in as much work, be as much impactful. But if you not grasping, then you need to start asking questions. I can't fight that front for you. I can't fight that front for you. You all got to ask some questions. That's for you. It's a lot of people who don't even ask questions and they send me things like, look. So if you don't know, you don't got to pretend, just ask questions. Press 1. Now, I don't know if y'all want to start from yesterday's part 4, or would you want to start from, because I got the whole Joe Biden 94, crime bill. I got that whole thing. The whole thing. So we can brush up on what we know. You can call in and brush the students on up, brush the chat room up on what we was talking about yesterday, because it's important that we understand. You in the bond, you in debt. What did we talk about yesterday? Genocide. I mean, if you not thinking about and not trying to participate in your own genocide, what you doing? I said genocide, Holocaust. You can't pray about this. No, they don't get on your damn knees. We just need to come together and then just turn back. No, you got to discuss this. No, you got to verbalize this argument here, this conversation of genocide. We talking about the extermination process of the American Negro and stealing and theft of their trust. You talking about some down. We pray to the wall of no law. No. You got to speak law. The power is in your heart. God put the scripture in your heart. You got to speak the law. You are it. You are it. Press 1. You are. The Pope over there talking about he the vicar of Christ. Nigga, you the vicar of the law. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Top of the morning, King. This is Tyron Crockett.
What's up with you, champ?
What's up with it? Good morning. I was just I sent you the 1828 dictionary last night for the class, so we could all be on the same page. For people who can't spend that extra $60, $70, because I couldn't do it. So I sent that to you in Discord. I just want to let you know so you can send it to those who can't get it. So we can keep studying.
Huh? You sent it to me so I can send it to everybody? No. You keep it.
I got kicked out of Discord.
You study. Everybody got kicked out of Discord. I'm redoing. But I'm saying, you keep it and you do your research. The people that can Google, they can do their own stuff. They know where it is. I got one, but I ordered one as well. They can buy shoes. Yep. They buy weed. They can buy a dictionary. They buy alcohol. I'm sorry, baby, but I'm not going out to fuck up a McDonald's today. I'm going to get me a dictionary so I can understand how we in this condition. Hell no, sacrifice. Hustle paid the price. You want a slice? Yeah, you got to roll a dice.
You're absolutely right.
I ain't giving up nothing else.
Kev, I had a question for you. So, hey, Kev, so since you are...
Hold on, let me stop laughing, bro. You can't do me like... Hey, bro. My dad, I promise to you, bro. My dad used to do this shit before he whooped our ass, bro. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry first. Like, I don't know why. Jokes. You feel me? Like, why did he crack this joke before the thunderous of an ass whooping? Like, my dad was cold.
You remember it. That's a lot. You gonna remember that.
Bro, he make your ass remember. He said, that nigga did this shit one day. He said, I love you, son, and pulled his belt off and said, but like Tina Turner say, what love got to do with it, bro? I said that this nigga, this a cold father for me right here, Lord. Right? You give me this guy.
This got to be done.
This got to be done. This right here got to be done. Good way to put it. Go ahead, chap. What's your question?
I had a question for you. So, since you a direct descendant of, our founding fathers, would you be remarried to the land? Because our founding fathers married themselves to the land.
Damn, you jumping today. Damn, Neo. Slow down, Neo. slow the fuck down, man. My man already trying to go to the reception. That nigga said, wait a minute.
Shit, I'm trying to be a part of your charter, kid.
Hold up. So ask the question again. Ask the question again so the people can hear it. This is hilarious for me. Go ahead.
Okay, I was asking, since you were the descendant of the founding fathers, would that make you naturally already married to the land, or would you have to go through that process again? Because I know that you actually qualify to do that, right?
Yeah. So, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think it is? What do you think?
I don't know how that process might go, but shoot, I think it's already yours. Like us discovering and not relocating them, but taking our trust and our account and registering to be a stakeholder. Shoot, would you just after that? Would you receive it by default?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's all voluntary. Okay. Remember?
Okay. All right. Yes, and I haven't.
It's all based off of trust, right?
That's right.
You trust me?
Like you said too. I don't trust him. I don't trust nobody who got the account.
Do you trust me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you?
I trust Kev Gibbs. I don't trust the people who got the account right now.
Because you don't got nothing.
Man.
That makes it.
That's it.
You don't get nothing from it. Exactly, sir.
You taught me so much, man.
That's what it's
It's a blessing just to be listening to you and to, you know what I'm saying, to be walking with you for real, Kev.
That's real shit, chap.
I just wanted to tell you I appreciate it. I wanted to throw that free dictionary in the chat just in case, you know what I'm saying?
Throw it out there. Free 1828 dictionary, Webster, so you can know the language and the words they're using to keep offsetting us.
Yes, sir. I'm working on them other volumes, too. I couldn't really find it, but that was the right book I sent you, right?
I didn't see it yet. I didn't see it yet, so just just email it to me. Email it, kevgill17@gmail.com.
I'm gonna send it again for sure.
Send it to my email, so it'll be right there in my email.
All right, for sure. I'm about to run up in here.
You don't know who we been laughing with. Mitchell crazy, ain't he? Yeah, that's what it's about. Helping the simple man understand that right there. They got your shit. There's a man who say, we'll never get that back. We'll never get it back because the heirs are dead, right? That's the philosophy that they're using to steal. We heard this white lady. So when you hear this lady speak, think of her as trying to find a way to usurp and subvert you and place herself into position to receive your glory. Press 1. Your freedom, your sovereignty, your land was owed to you. No Indian has this, no Haitian, no Frenchman, no nothing. You. And you got to know, we want reparation for slavery. Oh, they'll give your ass $100,000. Oh, yes, they just want you to beg hard enough so you'll never ask again. Like Donald Trump say, why don't you just get a HBCUs all this money so you don't have them bird fed out your hand, Joe Biden? But what they do, what the black man do, went straight for the, fuck Donald Trump. He trying to get you all this HBCU. You talking about, and now they back in Master P. Oh, HBCU, they sleeping on the floor with water bugs and roaches. Fuck that. Begging mentality. That's when I knew. I said, Master P is a professional beggar. Niggas is out here begging for grants until they can't beg no more. So when they get it, nobody else. So it look like some major accomplishment. Press 1. Fuck that. These niggas out here negotiating grant money. Insane. They out here negotiating grants. I'll get you a grant right there. Right there. I know how to do it right there. Female too. I know how to write grants. Get you 15, 20. I don't want to get no goddamn 15. I'm going to work for my 15, 20. So my tie blow better. Press 1. I feel better when you do it. If it ain't like I mooched or needed a loan or a handout. Press 1. I don't want it. I can't afford it. I don't want it. Why buy a $200-$300 pair of Jordan? Press 1 and take 20-40% out. I'm not gonna give me a couple jacket like this, couple ties, couple shirt. Press 1, like Steve Harvey said. Every man should have 5 ties, 5 suits. You can make 75 combinations out of 5.
Shame. Shame.
I heard that shit. Shame. What? That's when I did my calculations for the month and what I spent on Nike and Lacoste and what? Oh, hell no. I feel better. I look better. My language is better. My conscience is better. My chakras is spinning in equal direction all over the place. Goofy as hell. 75. I don't know how many he said, but you can make a bunch of combination. And niggas know about combinations. They wear all these colors and shit, from the shoes to the pants to the shirt to the hat to the glasses, nigga. And he might have a bandana that match the color of his shoestring. Some dumb shit. There's one. How the fuck did this nigga get all these colors together? That's what I do. Fuck it. It's a purple shirt, checkered, overtone with the great. I learned this from. I'm watching Kevin Samuel's old videos, not the one where he beating up the ladies, the one where he teach men with his funny self how to throw them combinations together. Press 1. I'll be watching Kevin Samuel from 8 years ago, not the new one. Press 1. That's for them punks. He was dogging you manosphere niggas out. His funny self. Press 1. That nigga had candles all over the room. Press 1 with his funny self. I love my people though. Yo, yeah, with the quick combo real quick. Nigga, what? I used to get Democrat women in Jordans, Ken Griffey. Press 1. With this shoe right here with the Ken Griffey's. Press 1. You're going to get Democrat woman. Press 1. You don't want Democrat. Get these to the Goodwill. You don't want Democrat. They wear these too. You don't want them to catch. You don't. I'm goofy as hell. They wear these too. The women, Democrat women wear these too. Shout out to the super chat. Emil Law, keep it up, she said. Send me a special sticker. Shout out to you. Black Butterfly. I'm not a fool, but I know what you mean. 424-209-9506. Taking all questions, giving all shout outs. It don't matter no more. I'm going to play the tape. But at the same time, I want to make sure y'all understand. Shout out to Mr. Murphy Jr. For I don't have much but blessings to you for what you doing. Shout out to you, man. Really, that's all you need right there is a like and some support. It ain't nothing, G. It ain't nothing. 424-209-9506. We talking about black genocide. We talking about words that are constructed to have you die on the street. Fool. Press 1. Little Democrat. Words that's forced. The law is put just so that the stealing of your trust is how you live today. Every bit of it is orchestrated on paperwork, and you gotta climb yourself off of the curb and bleeding on the ground all the damn time, reaching for 911, because when that's part of the game. Yeah, you got caught in the game. You dying right there, grasping for your last breath, hoping that the niggas right there are smart enough to know some medical treatment, doing all this gang banging and shooting. No, nobody got bail. No, nobody know medical treatment. Nigga got it's almost embarrassing. Nothing that y'all do prevail because everything y'all taught is to fit the profile of, to legitimize the theft process of your estate. Press 1. And knock the firstborns out of position, because that's the sacrifice. The firstborns are the sacrifice. Press 1. Men, that is. Remember, that's how we operated in the past. I told y'all, if y'all in my class, what the sacrifice was. It was service to the protection of the church. Your woman represented the church. So the whole nation was built off of this. The woman was just as equally as powerful as the king. Press 1. That's his woman. Fool. For every straw man. Yeah, what the fuck you think that mean for a king? Press 1. That's what I'm saying to our community. You got to explain it this way. Forgive me for those who are truly conservative. I'm talking to my people. I'm talking to my people. So our ways of living itself are code words. The deaths and how they're written on paperwork is exactly the way they need to be worded to get you the fuck up out of here and trade places with you. So while y'all gang banging and it's cool, you nothing but a reason for mercenaries, enemy hoods, black infiltrators to murder you. And all they got to do is know your name. That's why you're on social media. And know what you're worth. Try to get you right up out of here. Put a bounty on your head for nothing. For your estate. They'll do it for $5,000. Eric Holder said $75,000, right? Just for your estate. We're talking estate theft here. So if we talking this and that, you equity and crack programs
Unknown caller.
as equity, as some type of leverage of payment to offset what they owe you. Well, shit, that's why your ass is in pain, because it offsets, you know, the legal charts, the paperwork back there. They don't really want to pay you, so just give them some crack pipes, put them on drug, give them some crack pipe, give them their interest, which is the program that we got for them. Again, Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air?
Good morning, Professor. This is Danielle Monique from the Bay.
Shout out to the Bay, and it's a blessing to hear from you this morning. What's up, Danielle?
Good morning, Professor. This speech of Joe Biden that you played to the class, it's just really bothering me.
Go ahead.
And I was thinking about the part where he mentioned the parentless, and when he said no structure, no supervision, no conscience.
Yes.
That is pretty much the recipe to how they stolen God's children.
Go ahead.
The no structure is because we have become bastards, right?
Come on now.
They've tried to disconnect us from our Father,
Yes.
from God,
Yes.
and then also from our motherland, from our mother.
That's right.
And then the supervision, the no supervision, now we've become adopted by these step parents
Come on.
who are basically abusive, right?
Come on
it's
now.
like the worst case scenario, like a foster child that ends up in the wrong hands of the
Yo,
wrong
yes.
parent,
It's oh my goodness.
right?
Wrong house,
and then
right?
wrong house, wrong
house,
upbringing,
wrong person. Go ahead.
completely abused,
Go ahead.
completely mistreated,
Yes.
completely destroyed,
Thrown in the furnace.
and then
thrown out.
thrown
beat up.
in the furnace,
Yeah, thrown in the furnace.
right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And then that is what essentially keeps you in that minor state mentality, because of the fact that when you think of child abuse, those children that grow up that have been abused, they all keep reliving the abuse.
Yes.
And that paralyzes them, and that is how they keep us in that minor state.
It would say it
Because
again.
we
It paralyzes them. Remember?
Peril.
Yeah. See?
Peril state,
There
right?
you go.
All of these words are like so meaningful, and I cannot wait until my dictionary comes in the mail, because that is the first thing that I'm going to do.
Forrest
is
Glory
really
got hers. I seen
start
her
going through-
on Instagram.
Oh, Nikki.
Yeah, she's happy. She's excited. I seen it all in her face. I'm like, I say, people get
good
excited
for
to
you,
get books
Forrest
again.
Glory.
That's dope.
I know.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
I cannot wait until mine comes, because that's like the first post that I want to take a picture of and post in the Discord. And I'm so happy that you clarified what was going on with the Discord this morning.
Yeah. I don't want
So I
people
was
to
like,
think
oh, no.
nothing. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
to have everything be what it's supposed to be. So
Yes,
it's
yes,
all
sir.
good. She the one who got
Yes,
me
sir.
to get this errands blossoming, just because she knew I would get in here and go on a damn tear with research.
Exactly.
And yeah, so it's good to see that, and she's going to be in that book club. There's a few other people I'm gonna add in that, but
yes,
yeah, just
sir.
books to have and research
sir.
other things. Anything else?
Just the last one with the no consciousness, and how you said yesterday how there's basically no soul. That's how they stole our soul
Yes.
overall. So
Said
I was
sent
just
me
really
a
thinking
video
about that.
called Corporate Soul. It's by I forget who it's by. I put it in the information in Discord when I open it up, either today or in the morning. But
Perfect.
he definitely sent
I'll
it in
be
my
looking for
DM.
that.
And I think they took our soul
looking for
and
that.
made it a corporate entity and brought them alive. So we'll get to it.
Exactly.
There you go.
Which is just like how she said in the video, but they spelled it different, like SOLE. I remember
Yes.
that.
You know, like,
And
yes.
then that goes back
the sole
to
of
how
a
you
shoe.
said how they added
Like the sole of a
sole
shoe.
of a shoe. That's exactly what I was thinking.
You see, they put the
That's
rubber.
crazy.
They put the rubber.
Wow.
We all know you're
Yes.
connected to the earth, right? They put the rubber. The rubber
Exactly.
stops you from being connected.
Yes. Yes.
So your soul is
Yes.
connected, so your feet is connected to your ground, so you'll be
cannot
totally
be
alive.
implanted correctly.
And,
Exactly.
You're dead because your battery is empty.
Exactly.
You dehydrate. You're fucked up. You know.
Yep. Yep. That is exactly right, sir. That is exactly right. Like the soul of the shoe. And that just ties it all back in.
How do you
what
kill?
He said,
How do you
how
kill?
They made
How did you
themselves.
kill? How they kill Achilles? Achilles' heel.
Achilles' heel.
It's the foot.
It's the foot.
That's why they take your feet and put them where when you born. Come on, Queen.
Oh, I gotta go.
No, all right. See you. That's called a mental orgasm, ladies and gentlemen. Press 1.
Not like this. Not like this.
That body saying, "Oh, whoa, this gonna be the sound. It's going down." That body saying, "Oh, whoa." I'm retarded. So you can say, "Whoa." Press 1. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's power. That powers up the people, right? What the fuck? I can't say nothing now. Just stupid. Danielle, I'm retarded, right? I'm retarded, right? I don't even know how that came to me, but I guess it was supposed to be said. Fuck it. Coffee and Kush TV. 94 crime bill. Genocide, the complete takeover and eradication of the trust. The eradication of the trust, and to put you on in black and white. They made it black and white. Your poverty is in black and white. So you as men and as heads of estates are future potential. You need to dive in completely. I mean, lost, confused, sleepy, drunk. You need to dive in and make the law a part of who you are. And at this point, it don't even matter. Just get it in. Press 1, just get it in. You'll never know what happens when you go to sleep, how it's going to flow. You feel what I'm saying? How it's going to flow. It's going to flow for real. And it's exciting. It's exciting to understand how the yokes is put upon our neck, how we are in chains, because we're not physically in chains. And remember, everything is a choice. Like Tupac was saying, you ain't gonna get up out of here unless you choose to. They only have it because they chose it and then they were wiped off. So the kids of the forefathers didn't remember. They was cut off from the scrolls, the bones, the land. In fact, they were just cut off, unable to reach the law because this is illegal. Why the law? Because what they're doing is illegal. Why the law of God? Because what they're doing is illegal. Their own amendments can't protect them in law because what they're doing is illegal. The way they covered it up is illegal. The way they got started was illegal. There's no excuse in law. There's no ignorant of the law and I was just trying because of the hypervented attention. You don't exchange people lands and their names and put them on Social Security Nazi style rolls on accident and commit genocide on accident. That's not an accident. And accidentally lose history and have to tell them they came from monkeys. That's not an accident. When you know where you come from. You understand? So there is no, like, and they know that. There's no excuse in it. There's none at all. That's why they're afraid to call the show. Because all responsibility is what happened to them is their fault. Everything that this world see as that Afro-American community is the federal government's and immigrant fault. All of it. It is the after effect of a genocide, Holocaust that just went extremely beyond our wildest dreams. That's what it is. They didn't know that somebody will place them with the Nazis on this land. They don't know that you smart enough to do research on the dams in the late 1800s and 1900s, the floods, the switching. They bet and double down and triple down on your ignorance every time. Because you ignorant of the law. And because you ignorant of the law and serve other gods and other laws. You say, well, I feel we all, that feeling you got is anti-spirit. What the fuck is a feeling? Love and all this other stuff, and now you feel, so because you feel you would destroy your whole civilization in the womb. Because you feel you would give your heritage to foreign nation. Because you feel not understanding how lineages work, not respecting God's order, because you feel. Y'all will destroy this whole planet because you feel. Facts. Facts. Because of you, the way you feel. We're in this position right now because people don't want to hurt feelings. They don't want to hurt feelings. People don't want to look sad and they don't want to hurt feelings. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and they don't want to look sad. At least don't hold us accountable, though. You will be held accountable. Press 1. You know you're going to be held accountable, fool. Anybody who had any and stood up in law and came against the Afro-American faces judgment. Every nation. All of them. That's why the Bible talks about them bringing them into the valley of Jehoshaphat to plead with them. Facts. And they're going to end up destroying themselves. Look at them. They're about to, look at them. They're about to destroy themselves. We had many people come and try to plead with them. Tupac, Malcolm, even their own people. They send their agents out here. The agents even say, God damn, that's fucked up. They don't fall in love with niggas. Oh, fucked up. That's not true. That's fucked up, bro. Well, they come out 60 years later. Oh, yeah, we was fucking y'all up on accident. I didn't know. I thought I was on legal detail. Press 1. Crack, cocaine, all this legal jargon that came after that to destroy. That's why Donald Trump did away with the 94 crime bill and started to reverse it. So people can it's like Nuremberg, so people can begin to be held accountable. Like Joe Biden. But what do? You go and vote for him for president. Because Charlemagne said, we voting for the black woman. So y'all gonna let the federales put a Indian, Caucasian, Asiatic woman who calls herself black under him. You think you going somewhere and say, yeah, and since rap and their entertainment spell is on you, and that spell says, now hit their ass with Tinkerbell. Bow. Yeah, Trump is racist. Y'all just do this. Trump is racist. Trump said we're going to remove the redlining and not tax these folk for 20 years. Press 1, give them their shit. Press 1, y'all. Oh, fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. You just in rejection of your own sovereignty. That's what it is. Y'all allow rappers and gangbangers to assume the position of a leader or a Christ figure to go against your own sovereignty, to help them steal from your beneficiary shit that you got, your trust.
Unknown caller.
Your whole existence is based off of you can make
RT Bell.
you hold up RT Bell 1 second. You could have changed your dynamic at any time. You can produce cotton, you can make jeans, shirts. You got to buy the machine. You can't be spending all the money on the hair wigs. Why don't you make them? Why don't you make them? Why are you fucking making them? Why we got to go to them? Why? And they're going through you. Y'all will murder. I mean, y'all will. God forbid. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Hey, Professor.
What's
Good
up with
afternoon.
you? What's up with it?
Hey, I was doing some research, so when you just now said something about the Nuremberg laws, when I was researching yesterday, I found a very interesting document where it's saying that there's a 46-page indictment in the International Court against Dr. Fauci, Melinda Gates, and several others. Pfizer's listed on there, but they've all been indicted. This was December of 2021, and it was updated March of 2022.
Yeah.
So
I remember that report. We put that out in December, actually, of last year. Go ahead.
Right. And when I was reading over it, it's all for the International Court. That is specifically for crimes against humanity. Yes. And so they are being held accountable. Yes. They haven't reached a decision on it, but they certainly are being called to court for it. And then another thing, when I was looking over the George Soros Open Society, when I went and looked and read through it, what I found interesting was they are allowed in their doctrine or their program. It says that they are allowed to make these rules and create activists in another country. They're able to be out of the country as long as they're able to read and write and speak English, and that as long as their activism has to do with racism or racial divides or racial disparities in America.
They're subverters, and they pulled coups using people from within their own sovereign nation. So they'll pull off a coup just to steal your birthright. And Tamika Mallory working for George Soros is equivalent to Bush, Prescott Bush, working as a Nazi at the Swiss banks. Go ahead.
Right. And then it all ties in because when you were speaking about when we were talking about the international, how they can be in a different country making laws over here in this country. Right. It ties into what that man John Bolton said when he said, "Oh, I did coups in other but not this country, other countries." Yeah, well, he pulled them off in other countries, meaning he was over there when they pulled them off here. That's all they be doing. Right, exactly, and that's because he meant here for sure. Remember, our nation was couped in the 30s. Absolutely. Yep. Wilmington. Well, Wilmington, and then they broke the system, and then they had to take you. See, they came and flooded this whole thing with immigrants, and it broke the system. You had two, what they call it, depressions. The first one was to break the king's people. Okay. And flooded. Okay. Flooded with immigrants after the flood kind of thing. Then, right after the flood. And then they did it again as the heist to get the gold out and put you on a debt bondage servant to federalized worker program. That is so cold. Yeah. And I had wrote in the chat, it makes me look at that movie. I haven't seen it in a good while, but I remember the premises of it, and I'm going to go back and watch it. it's just a mockery of it all. But it reminds me of that. It makes me look at that movie Trading Places in a whole new light.
Of course.
Because it literally is showing these two bankers with these two destitute people.
Yes.
On the stock market and trading lives with them.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go back and watch it. I ain't never watched it. I'm gonna watch that today.
That's Eddie Murphy in it. It is very interesting, and with my new set of eyes and with the things that I know now,
yes.
I'm like, wow, they put it right in our face.
Of course. You don't know how many messages. That's why I'm changing up everything and making this real, because I get so many messages of movies like, look at this, Kev. And it surprises me, like, wow, you know. So
I started a movie list and a book list.
There you go. Because
of this channel, because there's been so much great information from people that are participating, and of course from you. I'm using the 1828 dictionary. Used the online version, but I'm certainly getting a hard copy of it.
Somebody said Mortimer from Trading Places. So it's Mortimer is in Trading Places. Press 1.
My goodness.
See how
yes, his name was Mortimer. Oh my goodness.
So you know about that?
Yes, when we watched the video the other day when the lady was explaining the laws. When she was reading out of that book and she was explaining law, she was explaining Mortimer law.
Yeah.
She tried to skim past it, but she went into it, and I went and Googled, looked it up in the 1828 dictionary, and I said, wow, this is just amazing. Words really are spells. And one of the things that your caller said yesterday, when he was saying that always look at the definition that is in law, because all of this that they're doing is in law.
Yeah, and they did it physically.
And it just made it more clear to me that the Bible is the law.
Yes, ma'am. But they did it physically as well and put it in black and white so it'd be official. Yeah, really disguised it with really good words and theatrics. It's all about the theater.
Right, exactly.
Thank you for the call.
Well, that's all I had. Thank you.
Queen. Yes, ma'am. It's RT Bell calling in for Baltimore. Shout out to the sisters out there growing in knowledge, man. I can't ask for nothing better than that. Somebody got to understand it. Somebody got to explain why we don't got shit. Literally, how Ukraine get 1.7 billion? Where the fuck is our 1.7 billion? You see? And you're not willing to stand up and vocalize yourself. I don't know what restraint that our men got on them where they want to be entertained and tell women, I'm not, cause you think I'm gonna be a part of some manosphere as a holder of a trust? Hell no. I'm worried about no damn women is doing this one. They y'all like to stay in these little boy complaining mentalities instead of the thing about Kevin Samuels is he was a damn man. Niggas, we ran his program. Y'all just cry. And you don't know nothing. So I'm gonna go back and watch Trading Places and really get in debt. Eat that over a bowl of cereal or something. 424-209-9506. I'm waiting for the fellas immediately. I'm waiting for the fellas because the women seems like they got it. It seems like they waking up a lot faster than doing their own research and stuff like that. So it's cool to press 1 and good morning and all that, but the key is to understand what's going on. And it seems like when I ask people, hey, did you watch the show? Did you understand what's going on? People get mad at me. They get mad at me. Fuck that, man. I was doing this one. And then when you talk to them, you find out, oh, they wasn't just watching it. You say, I didn't watch it. I wasn't watching it. I got to go through all this to, like, I'm already breaking it down. The one thing I want people to understand is I get really charged up when people understand what's being said over just going with the flow. I really enjoy breaking it down so there's a grand understanding. One thing she said was paying attention to the words that he was using. There should be men calling in with words that they was using. I looked this word up, Kev. They really said this. Why are all the women the ones that's going around saying this one? You know why? Because the niggas is in the Bible. Press 1. They over there back religiously hitting their head on the wall. Can't go no further. Do not pass go. We gonna get them there, y'all. We gonna get these niggas there. I'm gonna push them every day. Their heads keep hitting the wall. They can't get out of the not doing nothing perilous state of maybe we just pray hard enough. 911. No. Press 1. You gotta turn it on. Press 1. Press 1. They ain't make believe. That's for real. The God ain't no damn comic book character. That's for real. The will and testament is the will and testament. Y'all playing. I'm not playing. Y'all playing. Y'all. I have no problem saying it. Y'all. My research is, man, I was researching something this morning that was just off this shit. But so, you know, I'm not being held back. It's easy to say, Joe Biden said this, or that's the KKK and they did that to us. Okay, explain it. You too busy typing. You're not getting those words down. You didn't get yourself a notebook. I told y'all school was starting. You didn't get yourself a notebook. You lying. You ain't got a notebook. You didn't get a pen. You didn't open up the tab on your computer that say notepad. You just not thinking. You don't got note post-its. You ready to say but I was. I'm breaking it down. You didn't do nothing. There's free. You got free on the computer, a free app. You got a free this. You on a computer, on your phone, nigga, but 99 cents, $14, whatever. Be ready to take notes because words are very important. Words are very important. That's why I told old boy, no, don't. I'm not downloading. Don't give them nothing. They got to do it. If we gonna lead to the lake, I ain't finna show you how to drink no damn water though. Yeah, ain't no baby bottles. I'm not putting no extra holes in the nipple because now the pulp from the orange is stuck. Then nigga open that hole, drink a cup. Here, cup. And if you get this on that shirt, press button that I just bought. If you spill a drippity drop, remember, I'm Michael Jackson and you're Tito. Press 1. If you spill a drop on that brand new shirt. So let's listen to this. And this is going to be actually a good listen for, I believe, 7 minutes. Just to freshen your brain. Wake up, black man. Wake up. Words everywhere.
Very straightforward and simple. He knows there are 2 basic steps here. One step is you must take back the streets. And you take back the streets by more cops, more prisons, more physical protection for the people. He also understands what my friend from Texas understands, and he doesn't talk a lot about, but he signed on to in this bill. He also understands there's need to keep people who are first-time offenders, who are nonviolent offenders, or who are potential first-time offenders who haven't gotten, I yield myself an additional 3 minutes.
Remember the word divert? Are we doing our research? Is the concept becoming more clear that you stuck in a traffic jam and need to be diverted?
Who, in fact, are people who are getting themselves into the crime stream for the first time, that they should be diverted from the system. So I hope this.
You know, diverted means sent the other way. I'm looking
at when it passes, the Biden-Hatch crime bill, as it becomes law, God willing, I hope that we will have ended once and for all this notion that is a hangover from the 60s, that somehow Democrats are weak on crime and Democratic presidents are weak on crime and Republicans are tough on crime. The truth is, every major crime bill since 1976 that's come out of this Congress, every minor crime bill has had the name of the Democratic senator from the state of Delaware, Joe Biden, on that bill, and has had a majority vote of the Democratic members of the United States Senate on the bill. So one of the things I want to do in addition to end crime is end the political carnage that goes on when we talk about crime. Crime is not Democrat or Republican. Making the streets safe is not a Democratic or Republican issue.
Oh my goodness. What is minority? Minor. The state of being underage. Not minor, minority. Minor doesn't exist in law. There's minorities. They don't call you a minor. They call you a minority. The state of being underage. So you're not the state of Israel. You the state of what? And which gives them what? How can't you call in? I'll call in just to breathe on the phone and say, I don't believe it, and hang up. How could you forget this? What the fuck, man? How could you not, bro? Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, G. Bro, minority. I'm 1828. The state of being underage.
When we talk about crime, crime is not Democrat or Republican. Making the streets safe is not a Democratic or Republican issue. This is one of those issues I hope this passage of this bill will be taken.
Crime in 18...
out of the gridlock category and moved into an emerging consensus. And the consensus is as follows, and I will cease when I finish this statement. The consensus is A, we must take back the streets. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons.
I'm doing research right now over these words, man. Yo, these niggas talking shit. Yeah, this shit talking about vessels and all this other shit. We have whole vessel. I just fucked up. Coffee and Kush TV. You're on the air. What up?
What's up now? This is Thomas.
What up with you, Thomas?
Nothing much. Yesterday I was looking at the in the Aaron's Rod Blossoming book. And I didn't even just go back to where I left off at. You know how you just open the book sometime and just
it just landed on something.
Yeah, so I ended up finding the word leprosy, capital causes, sedition, and another word spelled M-U-C-T-S or something like that. Hold on.
M-U what?
Huh?
No, I'm just just get the wording correct.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh my goodness.
So the first one was sedition, and it means it is overconduct such as an organization that tends toward rebellion against the established order. Sedition often includes the version of a constitution incitement, discontent toward or insurrection against established authority.
What's the word again?
Sedition. SEDITION.
Sedition. Okay, I got you.
The next one was MULCT, and it's the definition: extract money from someone by fine or taxation.
Wait, spell it again.
MULCT.
CC.
MULCT. T is Tom.
Oh, TS. Oh, like malts.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's that?
That one is extract money from someone by fine or taxation.
Okay. Okay, so George Gillespie knew then.
Oh yeah.
Big time that it was he was arguing this stuff from a biblical stance and challenging the papacy and their corporate structure and its control over royal colonies.
Yes, and the next word was leprosy.
And that
which out of the whole definition.
You breaking up? What'd you say?
Out of the word leprosy, out of the definition, it's like a skin disorder. But the word that grabbed me was disfigurement.
So what about these words? What about them?
They seem like terms that they're using to trick us.
Yeah, they sound just like these terms over here.
Legal jargon.
That motherfucker gave you leprosy and don't even know what they gave you. They don't even know that's a corporate, that's a political hit or nothing. People just think wild things, and I think this is the right path. Thank you for the call, champion.
All right, cool.
My man.
So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street. That's number one. There's a consensus on that. The Democratic chairman of the Judiciary Committee, the Democratic president of the United States.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking all these little things y'all think is Freemasonic, these little hand gestures, and all this is just the Bar Association legal ways of telling the judge, I'm being a bullshitter right now. Right now, I'm not being authentic. Right now, I'm being truthful. Right now, don't tell nobody. I think it's that based off of that shit. I don't believe in the devil. Like, I just look at it and see. Oh, okay. So he's just doing all these hand gestures. Probably mean something legally, where he's standing in place and saying and converging with the judge that he's telling a lie right now, or he's about to double talk. As long as you're truthful, and they don't, you understand shit like that. Shit like that. You got to really watch this.
America, the Democratic Attorney General, the Republican leader of this effort, Senator Hatch, the Republican senator from Texas. We all agree on that. Now, we can find some fringe folks in the study groups on the right wing and left wing, libertarians and left wingers in my party who say, no, that's not what we should do. But politically, that consensus has been arrived at. I acknowledge there was not that consensus in the...
Not casting spells, Tyler. Not casting. That's why I tell you, Sherman, to call in. Not casting spells. Ain't no one casting spells. I said speaking to each other. Don't talk no more unless you calling in. You're done. No, because you in opposition. Don't just blurt shit out. No, that's what I'm against. No, casting spells. They talking to each other, saying I'm bullshitting. That's what I mean.
Voicemail, press 2.
Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
Oh, hi. This is Elise Hill.
Mrs. Hill, what's going on?
I just wanted to talk about, there's an institution, a foundation called the Vera Institute, and they had an initiative on black women as prosecutors in 2016. And I see that as a follow-up to Kamala Harris and the way that institutions sort of put us in a position of self-regulation.
What do you mean?
Well, these women...
okay. Go ahead.
These women decide who goes to jail, right? And having them in multiple states sort of spreads, black populated states sort of spreads that that responsibility. I don't know. I had known a lawyer who told me, oh, they're looking for a lot of black women prosecutors, and I would listen to her talk to black men in jail after work every day. And she was wondering whether she should do it or not. And when I looked into it, I found it was a deeper, more purposeful agenda.
Yes.
To have black women as prosecutors.
Yes. They need the black woman to prosecute him.
Yeah.
Yes.
He does.
To turn her against him. So the last thing we see is a non-caring black woman disown you. And that's legally, that's like slavery. It's like your mother rejecting her child.
Exactly.
That's what it's like.
But it is, exactly. It is mental, and in the end, she's being disgraced as well. If you look at Mosby, if you look at Fox, if you look at women in these roles, each of them is disgraced and shown not to be capable of leadership.
Well, they need a black woman too. They need a black woman too to validate the bar. That's control. If they can get black people to uphold the bar, then they can creep back in another whatever. When they have no power, they say, "Well, black women is making the bar. The black women, we need more black women. We need more Afro-American women to prosecute." That way, to keep the bar, the black man from ever reaching the law, supreme law, God Himself. So, if you can get her to play the role of Manifest Destiny or Lady Liberty, then you can keep him in a baby Christ-like state forever. And he'll die over and over and over again for his mama, when mama is the problem.
That's it. She's got the gavel. Right, but that foundation is related to the Soros Foundation.
Good. All right. Oh, it's related to the Soros Foundation?
Yes, it is.
See? Divide and conquer. Soros plays the guy. He's like the mindset on the Matrix, the last one, where he's just... Him and Bill Gates is so ever intrigued in keeping you and him separate. And that whole speech, that's coming from that perspective. Scientifically trying to keep you apart but close, and rejection. You're doing all the devil's work. Because he's judge. He's on his way out. So, they need black women to keep him as a child, to keep this engine rolling. And he has to be a man. He has to be emancipated. He has to grow, be on his own, go through life, do's and don'ts.
But that power of a woman, especially women who...
They don't want to give it up. They give her 30% legal costs. That's all she wants. Black women were bred to, murder their offspring, whether they like it or not. Their firstborns and secondborns, and keep them in prison, and not be the Fini Shakur to Tupac, to be more like a Soros bought and paid for Tamika Mallory, who can be used to gather up all your emotions to make them $3 trillion and go to war with Russia through Ukraine. So, it's a dirty game, but somebody got to tell it. What you think about this 94 crime bill, Joe Biden, and what's going on, what I'm playing on the screen? What do you think about that?
I think it was bold. I think someone had to do it, and Biden was the man to do it. I think that he paved the way for this pattern of incarceration, which is all you needed to permanently move the Afro-American man out of the picture.
Yes. Did you hear Bolden say he couped the nation before?
I did.
Damn.
I did it.
He was always funny to me. What if Bolden and Biden is the same motherfucker? Because Bolden looked like a character with a damn fake mustache and shit.
He sure does, and always did.
Always did. Didn't he?
He did.
You know damn well ain't no Bolden like that walking around no damn America. You ain't never seen him or none of that shit. You know, I mean, he was the one that you know what threw me off is the fact that you just said he was bold enough to do it. The word bold itself is in his Bolden name. He just outright boldly said, "I've couped the nations before." So did Joe Biden.
Yeah, that's right. That is right.
Yeah,
they are characters.
They are characters.
And if you want to solidify your vote independence, they're the person to do it. They couldn't do it by war. They couldn't necessarily do a coup, but certainly putting people into captivity does that. You know, the same way.
The same way.
And for Hillary to follow through with the psychology of incarceration and justifying it.
Yeah.
And Kamala to do the same. They've been consistent, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Thank you for the call, Queen.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Got to give them a chance to talk.
60s made them do this. They must be taken off the street. That's number one. There's a consensus on that. The Democratic chairman of the Judiciary Committee, the Democratic president of the United States of America, the Democratic attorney general, the Republican leader of this effort, Senator Hatch, the Republican senator from Texas, we all agree on that. Now, we can find some fringe folks in the study groups on the right wing and left wing, libertarians and left wingers in my party who say, no, that's not what we should do. But politically, that consensus has been arrived at. I acknowledge there was not that consensus in the 60s. There is today. There's a second thing that we all have agreed upon, and that is unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision.
Bastard children. Not capable of what? Man, I'm not going no further. You gotta understand.
Without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I yield myself 3 more minutes.
He yielded himself 3 more minutes. You hear me, old block? This motherfucker yielded himself 3 more minutes. Now, when you stand out dealing drugs 2, 3 in the morning, y'all mamas, just look. When you look out there, old block, just think of Kev. Just be like, when you out there in Zopound in Florida, and when you out there in the BDs and GD, first one when you down there in Texas, first one down south too, up north, down west, water. Just look around Louisiana and you say, damn, Kev was right. Just look. This was a setup. A whole setup.
Because they literally have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now, not out of a liberal instinct for love, brother, and humanity, although I think that's a good instinct, but for simple, pragmatic reasons. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets that society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created.
So since our society created them and neglected them, we got to put them in jail. It's our parent duty to whoop their ass. You get it?
Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society. And the truth is, we don't very well know how to rehabilitate them at that point. That's the sad truth. You're looking at the fellow who was one of the primary architects of the Sentencing Commission. You know what the basic premise of the Sentencing Commission is? I know the presiding officer knows. It was the first time in 80 years we rejected the notion that the condition of sentencing must be related to how long it would take to rehabilitate.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm the guy that said rehabilitation, when it occurs, we don't understand it and notice it. And even when we notice it and we know it occurs, we don't know why. So you cannot make rehabilitation a condition for release. That's why in our system, there's the federal system.
That's the Woo! I ain't never heard nobody say that before. Nigga, I don't know nothing about nigga. When I became rehabilitation leader and decided, nigga, it wasn't about know if you healed yourself or none of that. In fact, I don't even know how you could heal yourself. It's almost impossible. No. Damn, I told you. He got a Nazi armband under his jacket right now, says for his glory.
The Sentencing Commission is, I know the presiding officer knows. It was the first time in 80 years we rejected the notion that the condition of sentencing must be related to how long it would take to rehabilitate. I'm the guy that said rehabilitation, when it occurs, we don't understand it and notice it. And even when we notice it and we know it occurs, we don't know why.
Would that mean that mean you can't be fixed, black people? Hold on. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. What he's saying is you can't be fixed. That's sad. Somebody said his shame one time.
Shame. Shame.
My man says you can't be fixed. Your ass is in a situation. You can't be fixed. You can't. Oh my goodness. He's coming up with the coldest explanation, reasoning for why the extermination must go
Commission.
forward.
You know what the basic premise of the Sentencing Commission is? I know the presiding officer knows. It was the first time in 80 years we rejected the notion that the condition of sentencing must be related to how long it would take to rehabilitate. I'm the guy that said rehabilitation, when it occurs, we don't understand it and notice it. And even when we notice it and we know it occurs, we don't know why. So you cannot make rehabilitation a condition for release. That's why in our system, there's the federal system, you serve 85% of your time. I remember when it was going on, when I was making these arguments in the late 70s, they used to call it Biden's same time for the same crime provision. It's a shame, but we don't know how to rehabilitate. But there is a consensus, and I will cease. A, we must make the streets safer. I don't care why someone is a malefactor in society. I don't care why someone is antisocial. I don't care why they become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society, try to help them, try to change their behavior. That's why we do in this bill. We have drug treatment and we have other treatments to try to deal with it, but they are in jail.
In jail. See, you get caught with crack, you're going to jail.
Away from my mother.
Get away from my mother.
Your husband. Our
family. Our family. That's Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler was doing that shit in the Mein Kampf videos. I know you've seen it before. All we got to do is speed them up like they did Adolf Hitler. Watch this. I bet you. I just thought of this. Press 1. I ain't even I'm going to just let it play. Press 1. Thank God for YouTube. That's how they did Hitler. I'm going to do Biden the same way. Press 1. That's all he going to do is talk about killing black people and exterminating. Now I'm going to change the name to Hitler. I'm going to change the filter to black and white too. Press 1. Hold on. Fuck that, nigga. This is Hitler. Press 1. Don't try to change my mind now. Press 1. This is Adolf. For sure. You got to be You got to be able to understand these people are crazy. Press 1. Insane. I don't know why they sociopath. Press 1. What did he say? I don't know why. It ain't my business. What I do know is, press 1. These motherfuckers is insane. Insane. There's no explanation to why we got politicians acting like Adolf Hitler. Press 1. Man, if that ain't Adolf Hitler, I don't know what is. 424-209-9506. All men should have a question, something relating to this whole ordeal with law before I get this video started. I don't even know why you want to watch the video if you don't understand it. I don't even know why you want to watch it if you don't understand it. You know? Understanding how they how you live through the furnace, like me and the sisters was talking about. You would never get out of the baby mode if you don't get the pacifier out your mouth, and get out of the concept where your mama gonna be there. No, she ain't. Mama about to tell your ass that when the police catch you, mama is gonna be the one to tell on you. I don't know where y'all thought this was going. Mama telling on you. Mama gonna show him with a gun at. Mama ain't gonna. You got 2 weeks to put some money on. She gonna do her motherly duties and pat you on the head. Then when the phone go off, they gonna go by watch TV. Ain't nothing they can do. I don't know why y'all living in a fantasy. He had called them predators after admitting they created them. Good catch, Alex. Exactly. And he says, who cares how they got like that? So set them up for a bunch of hoops for them to jump through just to live? Yeah, especially when you the ones who put them in that condition. Their experiment at this time with removing themselves from the problem. I didn't do that. Nobody wants to be held accountable, not even Adolf Hitler and his SS. You think they want to be held accountable? No. No, nobody want to be held accountable. Nobody. Everybody got balls to do evil, but nobody want to see the judge like Nip say. Hit the like button and subscribe. Shout out to the super chat. Whoever put that $5 in that super chat, shout out to you. You can also contribute to my Cash App, which is Gil's Gang. This is why you didn't see them, Donald Trump, when he would start to bring these brothers home from the penitentiary that was caught up in the 94 crime bill, realizing that they were set up. But you want to go vote for them. You want to go vote for them. You in that condition because you don't know how to vote. You can't You're a minor. So they put Candace Owens over your ass so she can come out here with her white husband from the Lords of London committee over there in the banking system and talk to you like the manosphere and tell you stupid. I don't know why black people do this. I don't know why black people do this. I don't know why. They think they're this. They think they're that. I'm better, without addressing what happened. You agree to one half, hey, systematic racism by the Democrats and Republicans. Press one. And Republicans. There's no denying Donald Trump was right there with him. Press one. Right there. So who got to lie about it? Donald Trump said, I was a civilian, not a politician. I can say whatever I want to say. I said, so you ain't lying about that. My feelings, that made me feel better. What'd you say? You said the fuck you want to say. You want no civilian. You a civilian. Ain't that the American way, brother? That's right. And fuck a tax and fuck that. Yeah, you a civilian. You had to change your heart. You say, that's what I'm talking about. I fuck with somebody like that who can tell the truth. Hell yeah, I was there. Did you vote for him? Yeah. But I was a civilian. I'm not obligated. I couldn't change no rule. I'm going for office and shit, trying to get my foot in the door. Players fuck up. Press one. Players fuck up. That's it. But he made sure he said Biden destroyed the black family, him and his superhero sidekick Hillary Clinton. Press one. Politics is low. When they go low, I'm going lower. Press one. I learned that from Trump, nigga. Just be cool, you know. Motherfucker, be cool. They go low. Oh, fuck that. Hillary said what? No matter that, because she got the whole phone. She got my whole phone call in her basement. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Politics, baby. You feel? Make me look good. Fact. People don't want to change nothing. They want to sit back, get in positions of power, and then rub shoulders and elbows with the same lobbyists who put you in this position, the same corporation. Chrissy Henry, it's you right. It's the motherly, maternal concept. I brought you into this world and I will take you out. That is not American women. The black women in Europe know this. In Canada know this. We all felt the blow of this B system that taught us this. So yes, don't start an argument, Cat and what's the name? Press one. Please don't. Please don't. Y'all get it together out there. Don't make it seem like y'all arguments is better than the next, because neither one of you are doing anything for my show. Press one. You feel me, Mitchell? They gonna start an argument in the classroom, right? Both they weaves gonna get pulled out. Press one. All they underwear ain't gonna be showing. They gonna be fighting like it's an after hour in Atlanta some goddamn way. They're fighting like pit bulls. Take that shit outside. Press one. Both of y'all retarded. Both of you, press one. Both of you retarded. You get no action here today. You're just disturbing. I'm just talking because I'm personal experience. Not today, ladies. Not today. I'm not going for none of that. We talking about the death of the firstborns. Don't turn this into who had a bad hair day, okay? Thank you. Sheesh. I'm all in the chat right now. Yeah, I'm in there. They're arguing for nothing. Neither one of them calling in and talking about the subject. You feel me? Now, where's this part 4 at? I think I got part 4 coming up. I'm going to play this video, the rest of it. I think we was on like minute 35 to 40. I'm going to start it at 35 and let it play. After that, I'm putting it on my Patreon, for right now, because my Discord is down. I'm gonna put it on my Patreon, and you guys can go through it in your personal time, which I will be too. You know, so after this, I'll probably just start it over and put part 1, because I missed a lot. I missed part 1 and part 3. I didn't have a chance to go back other than what I did live and really listen to it with a grander understanding. Thank you for that. So this is the part 4. It's called Legacy Abandoned. I hope people are learning from this. My favorite history teacher from the Confederate Army. She is a bright old lady. She probably not with us no more with her line at stealing ass. Press 1, but guess what? She blessed us in 2022 with her Daughters of Confederate teaching ability. And if you don't know who the Daughters of the Confederacy is, they all the teachers who went into our school systems. Them little Marcy, was Marcy on Al Bundy with the short haircut and be talking to us like we ignorant, like we just don't understand? It's because we didn't know shit about no damn heirs, because we was just, what the fuck? Press 1. They failed us all on purpose. And cause we just wasn't listening. Oh hell no, I'm tired of being slaves. So what? Boop bop beep bop bop. I ain't from Africa. I'm Crenshaw Mafia. Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air.
What's going on, Professor? This one Mike. How you doing today, sir?
Blessed. What's up, champ?
I ain't nothing much, man. I just, first and foremost, if I can, without being long-winded, I apologize for the other day. When I mentioned comprehend, when I say comprehend, I'm not lost. I couldn't be with you riding this long and be lost.
Oh, you talking in the Discord? You talking in the Discord?
Yeah.
Mike, I be talking shit just because.
I know.
I know you. I be talking shit.
All right, man. I just want to make sure you know when I say I love you, man, that's what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Because just you being ordained to, you have a purpose, man. And if people are not listening and learning, I would be upset too. Not that I know how you feel, but I can hear your voice and your frustration sometimes, as far as the men, at least anyway. But without
it's more fun today. I know what to do now. Yeah, I'm gonna just call you out. I'm gonna call the men out, not single-handedly. All of them. Press 1. Yeah.
So look, to this 94 crime bill. So like you and like Todd and most of the 80s babies, we lived it on both sides of the street. Meaning, we all had family members affected by it. We all was trying to live it when we seen, whoever come through the hood with all the, the distractions and the subliminal, the distractions or the diversions, as you will, or how they try to divert us in the Disneyland. This is what you want to get, chasing whatever dream. But they put it's wild how they put the drugs here, man. And then we always find a way to, make a thing out of it. And then they making money off us dying, making money off us getting locked up. So, but what I wanted to say was,
they make money off of you all the way around. Yeah. The drug bust, the dying. Nigga, run if you want to. We don't have no problem blowing your head off.
But this is the thing that I always try to convey to you. I'm not always eloquently put it correctly, but I always grew up mad at the world. Just why we this, why we that, we minority. But I see so many of us is what make the world turn. You know what I mean? But going back to this legacy abandoned real quick, 2 points, and I'm gonna get off. Is the lady said something in I think part 3 that stuck out to me that I'm doing research on is. She said between 1893 and 1925 is when the attack on the trust was going to happen. And to me, the trust is almost like the scrolls, right? In a way, because I always try to relate everything back to the book, Kev, or to the word, because that's what is ultimately is what it's going to come down to, right? It's
right.
Good versus evil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and when she said the right to receive, when you hear that, that means trust. So to me, that's the key to one of the keys of how we can get was ours back. You know what I mean? But if it's able to, but I know it got to play out at this point because they didn't destroy so much of our history and so much of the facts. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so
sir.
it just may just why it's gonna have to play out. But my last point is with your boy, who we talking about? Klaus Schwab is higher than the guy we was just talking about. I can't even think his name. But they have a World Economic Forum. We talked about this before.
You talking about
I'm saying
Bill Gates and these guys?
Yes, they go off of really three principles, which is they want to track they almost damn near tracking us now with these phones. You know what I mean? So it's like the Kingsman. I think that was the movie where Samuel Jackson played the bad guy, and the phones was the ultimate mass destruction. But
yeah, right.
They got three pillars. They want to track us digitally, right? Some type of new identification. And then the second pillar is they want to control the money. Like, you get what we give you, you be happy with it. And the third is they want to create this social economic score, right? Basically, it all comes down to them controlling us. But this World Economic Forum is with Klaus Schwab and all of these people that make the world move. They meet up and they make these decisions that filter down to these George Soroses and all of these gatekeepers that we've been talking about the whole time. Because from when I've been riding with you, from one case to you crack to the next case, it always got to do with gatekeepers. And like you, I don't go through what you do because I know it's unmentionable. But I'm losing people left and right just because they don't want to listen. And when you start asking people questions about what don't make sense or like why this person, like it's our own people that's in bed with these George Soros people, like my son, like the lady that got the I can't think of her name, the pink Cadillac, the $100,000.
All the way down to the Black Lives Movement. And I use them because they are the names known, but it's a lot more of them. Go ahead.
Yeah, it is, and it's like you've always said, it's multiple layers to this. But I just wanted to say that dude Klaus Schwab is I think over top of George Soros and probably somebody over top of this dude. But this dude is wide in the open about the whole New World Order, which I think goes along with this whole 94 crime bill. You know what I mean? I lived it just like you. My mother, baby brother came home from the Vietnam War, and with the whole syringe thing, he used to always preach to me. He used to have to go to the clinic and get the heroin shot from his PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Or his double PTSD, because he had PTSD before he probably went into Vietnam. You know what I mean? But these 94 laws, they basically, like you already said, just to sum it up, they shattered our family, or they shattered what was left of it. You know what I mean? And they've been attacking us from all sides. And without continuing on, man, I just want to let you know I ain't lost, brother. I'm trying to tie everything. My problem is I'm scatterbrained. I'm trying to put all the puzzle together at the same time. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna get you the book Aaron's Rod Blossoming, the Divine Ordinance. I'm gonna send you a gift card so you can put that in, so you can research words and law. You feel me? So so we not caught up in circles within circles. You feel me? You can go straight to the dictionary, and you can boom, 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 boom. You can even go with that Black's Law if you choose to get more understanding of anything. You just got to get in those books. I've realized. Yeah, and like you say, and like how you was getting on me and Brother Ollie the other day, it's not just about spiritual all the time. Sometimes, just like these laws we talking about, it's the laws of our fathers from Israel, but it's not the spiritual side of it. It's kind of like this is the meat and potatoes of it. But long story short is, man, I just want to let you know, I always appreciate you more than I can ever explain, because when I was a kid growing up and wondering why nobody wouldn't break down to me the laws basically of life, you are doing that, and I just don't want you to feel like it's in vain, that I'm paying attention and I'm learning. And I'm just, when I say comprehending, I'm just trying to tie too much stuff together. So I just want to say I love you, man. And I'm listening.
I swear they
and I'm walking. I'm walking. I can't walk with you, but I'm doing my own walk.
You said you got training wheels back there. You keeping up? BB? I see you, chap.
I took them off.
You got the training wheels off? Okay, so you you like one of them kids.
I'm free with my feet. I'm free I love you, brother. I'm out, man. I get that next time.
My man said, hell no, fuck these training wheels. Nigga, I'm gone. Nigga. Even if he wobbly, he getting his whole foundation. I see his wheel. You feel me? If it ain't no chain link fence up there that's gonna fuck his little shit up, he good. No special cracks. Eventually, that little wheel wobble shit, that unbalance is gonna balance off because you off balance, but you kinda in rhythm. So the rhythm is gonna work out the balance, nigga. And you can damn near see this man's face light up. Just, I can ride a bike, yeah. You can fucking ride. You can think, yeah, on your own, Pinocchio, on your own. You feel me? So shout out to Mike. Calling in, and yeah, I don't think nothing is in vain because I know what I'm doing. So just, you know, I just don't want to the people who are supposed to see not see. So it's really, you know, I find pleasure in that. Oh, he got his helmet on, but he a little wobbly, but that nigga ride, G. You feel me? I can't ride a motorcycle, so trust me, I know. Let me see. So I'm gonna start this up right here. It's 1:03. Ain't no good morning. You late. Sorry, you don't belong here, Robert. Come back tomorrow. There is no good morning at the row. There is no, hey, y'all, look at me at the row. It's just get in, be quiet, and participate, or get blocked. This ain't these channels where you can just be friendly. I'm gonna be friendly. I'm mean to my favorite students. I don't give a damn. So you know for sure. They just, sir, get out of here with the guide stones. That means nothing to me. Stop mentioning dumb stuff. You don't belong here. Truth over emotions. I don't care about the guide stones. I care about the trust. I don't give a damn about no TV. Press one. I care about what's important. All that shit y'all talking about, the guys don't, because y'all conspiracy heads. Y'all want to cheer for something. Y'all want to make it look like the New World Order took a blow. Nah, they ain't took a blow. They playing. They ain't supposed to be there in the first goddamn place. Press one. This motherfucker put a private thing up in the middle of the property that don't belong. Get this shit up out of here. Press one. Y'all just remember what happened to the metal thing that was in Arizona at the Grand Canyon. The little other thing that was otherworldly. Y'all just say, y'all be ready to jump on something and accept a victory, and y'all don't even, that just let me know you don't believe in God. Fuck is a damn guy stone. So let's take a look at these trusts. I'm not young Pharaoh and these guys. Y'all believe in weird stuff. Alien, press button. Y'all be trying to use the Bible and law to prove aliens exist when we own some whole other shit. No. Shout out to the support group. Mitchell Bungalow 54 today, but Mitchell Bungalow today. Let's get to it. I think this minute 36. Let's go to 30. Let's go start at 35. I'm trying to hear when she said we were genocided out, and I'm gonna start at 35:21. Enjoy.
Defines the 14th estate. Everything goes in a nice lineal fashion.
Everything goes in order. Remember that. In order, ladies. This is how it works, so it can't be stripped from you. Damn, yo, Indian piece. Press my fuck that. I'm gonna get y'all 1 million Indian pieces. I'm gonna make y'all Indian warehouse. I promise. Fuck them Indian pieces. Fuck they makeup, kid. Just bear with us, ladies. We don't want to hear you sorry. Okay, you sorry, black man. Now turn around and tell your baby daddy, I forgive you, they forgive you, but do not fuck this up like Daz Dillinger, like Snoop told Daz. Don't fuck this up. I'm cold. Don't you fuck this up. Press 1. Don't you fuck this up, because you you know that's how the crab at the bottom of the ocean got your ass in that movie Moana, because everything's so shiny. Remember that? You be in fucking prison, crab in the barrel prison, materialism, because you so shiny. Press 1. We get to that. They put it in our movies, D. I just do it.
Okay, we start with the estate up here, and everything falls beneath it.
Woman,
there's things that fall beneath this estate, and under the 14th Amendment estate, other things fall. So these estates have been established hundreds, who knows, thousands of years back.
Press 1, which reverts me. Let's pause it there, and let's go to what? The law of redemption, my favorite. Press 1. I got a crazy teaching ability. The law of redemption. Press 1. I'm a put it in your head forever. You ain't gonna never forget this. There's no way out. Sinetta gonna send you to hell. Young Pharaoh gonna send you to hell. You don't want to go to hell with them. Press 1, they don't believe in God, so they going to hell. Press 1. Listen, thousands of years ago, remember she said that. Come on.
See, Israel belongs to God.
Israel belonged to God, Sinetta. Leviticus 25:47-55. You understand?
When Joshua entered the land, it was granted to the 12 tribes. That land was to stay with the tribe, okay? When you sold land, you didn't sell it in fee simple as we think of it in our culture. It was actually what we would consider a lease.
A lease.
You could sell the use of that land for whatever period of time transpired from then to the year of Jubilee. Every 50 years, all land returned to its original owners. What you dealt with, what in our vocabulary would be leases, not sales in the fee simple sense. And so, when you sell your land, as I say, you sold just the rights to use it for a while. And in the year of Jubilee, every 50 years, the land would return to its original owners. Now, it happens they never really observed that. That's a whole other problem.
That's a whole nother problem. They don't observe that. That's a whole nother problem.
We don't have to get into here. And when you sold your land, the title deed would include rules for its redemption. In other words, let's assume you were destitute, you sold your land, the use of your land to somebody else. That contract would, on the outside of the scroll, would be the rules by which it could be redeemed by a relative. If a few years...
Now you about to know what the scrolls is, remember?
Went by and you had a benefactor in the family that was willing to redeem that land for you, they could perform and pay the guy for the unused years and get it back. That's the concept of redemption, okay? And so the rules for redemption would be inscribed on the outside of that scroll. That's why when you see a scroll written within and on the backside, that implies it's a title deed, okay? And so the law required that if your next of kin would show up, there was some procedure by which you could purchase back. That was called redeeming the land. And the land is to be redeemed back to the one it was originally signed. To give you an example of this, a strange example, in Jeremiah 25, Jeremiah the prophet knew that the Babylonian captivity was about to begin, and it would... About to begin. Just remember I told you about Montezuma? They knew. Same thing with George. They knew the captivity was about to begin. Just like you can see it building up because you're in your word. You're dealing with people who are in law, who can see it coming. Whoa. Be 70 years. He was a prophet. He wrote that down. God instructs him to go buy some land before going into captivity. Well, that's pretty stupid. He's going to go into captivity for more than the rest of his lifetime. In other words, he's already elder. He was sent to go buy
Never mind.
And the captivity would be 70 years. But he's instructed to go and buy this land. And it makes no sense. It's not explained. All you need to know is that title deed then would be buried in a jar, and his relatives would come back and unpack that jar, pull that out, and perform whatever it said and regain that land. It's the part that it's not written you need to understand why he's doing that. It was a testimony to Jeremiah and those around him that they would return. He wouldn't, but his family would. That's what it was a promise. It was like a favorable prophecy, if you will. So after captivity, Jeremiah's descendants will come back and claim the land. The title deed would be a scroll on the back of which would detail the procedure. The whole concept becomes important. You need to understand all that when you get to Revelation chapter 5, because our Lord comes forth. Who is able to open the book and to loose the seals thereof? And I wept much because no man was found. It had to be a kinsman. No man was found worthy to open the book and loose the seals thereof. And one of the elders said, "Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah hath prevailed to open the book and loose the seals thereof." And I turned, and I saw the Lamb as it had been slain. I thought it was the Lion of the tribe of Judah. No, it's the same thing. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, reigning king. The Lamb that had been slain, that's the Lamb that was nailed to a cross. The thorn-crowned one will come and open that book and take possession of that which he was paid for. He's redeeming the land.
It's the Jesus Messiah redemption phase. What the hell are you talking about? The king is, the sheep is the lion. The lion is the lamb. You understand? The lion is the lamb. The one that sacrificed himself for the redemption process of his people to begin when the time of the Gentiles was over. Facts. Nobody can debate me. I know that for a fact. You can't debate me. No, when the time of the Gentile is over, or the end, which is when the leasing process is over and the redemption process can begin, it has to be done in the order. And because yo, Reverend Jesse Jackson, this leader and that leader, that leader, that leader, I don't even just say no names because it ain't no problem. It's written. Have all deceived and became a distraction tool for the federal government and the Nazi program, so they don't have to honor the Jubilee or the exchange of your property back, and they don't probably amass trillions in interest. Who knows? Who knows? Because you singing and dancing in the world, dancing around to a rapper's beat, dreaming and imagining you can be that rapper or that female who on stage talking about the weirdest shit. I think we lost focus and we broke because we don't know law and don't know how to speak for ourselves. That's what I think. So like Mike, if Mike can call in, King Savat, you can call in. Press 1. If he can call in, you can call in. You hear every day. Mike is the one of the, he is not doing no nigga presentation time. Nigga is not Mike. Just give me the paper, Mike. I do it. But Mike ain't doing it. Mike ain't no good speaker, but he sure know what he did. Say this, kid. Say like, put this right there. I got you, Mike. But King, you should be able to call it in too. Don't run, don't hide, for you would only banish yourself. Press 1. I lose no part. Look how good I look. Press 1. I look good, don't I, ladies? Press 1. I look good. Look how good I look. Go look at my YouTube videos from 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I was fucked up, stressed out. Press 1. Go look at my video. Press 1. They had me counted out. Press 1. I did the Seti Nash, the big FU to the industry. Press 1. The big FU 1, 2 for the industry. I did the Seti Nash. Hey, fuck it. You gonna like me anyway. You like me in regular street clothes, t-shirt, backward hat, earring, no earring, suit and tie, nigga casual, nigga, but I'm not just one dude. What the hell? I be going. I like to go places you can't go. Principal, hell no. You can't wear them clothes in here. Principal, officer, watch this guy here, officer. He's a tricky one. Look at the shoe. He got the old Air Force one, the all black. That's why they didn't mention him. And that Nelly song, Principal, they didn't mention him. He's a criminal. The all black with the bent up front. You can't come in here, sir. So what's important is what? Getting a whole concept on why Biden would do such a thing. Not just Biden, that federal government itself. And why they would fund their whole Holocaust enterprises and arrest warrant system off of you. And build this whole economy. There's a fear in this one based off of you and your ignorance of the law. Damn, I'm doing a great job at breaking this down. Like Floyd Mayweather, I'm telling you. Press one. I'm like Floyd out here.
It's like a scientific formula. They have.
What's up, Miss Taylor? I see you. Shout out to Washington, Miss Taylor in the building.
Have it down pat. They know exactly, whoever they are, know exactly what something is, how it behaves, how it acts, and you don't. I swear they must have diminished the value again. These estates normally involve a duty on the part of the estate holder to make a periodic payment for the use of the land. How about the yearly 1040?
Have they, but that's because they have your land. But have they been paying you? No. Your benefits come at crack pipes and little alcohol programs and how to grow up and be the perfect dad. That's why I don't like these little YouTubes where these women, are pretending to know what a black man wants. I'm against all that shit because none of them know. You're talking about women and men giving all this advice, stealing the advice, the quick notes from the doctors, from the real clinical doctors, getting up on the goddamn internet, pretending they can fix something. Press one. This is why you got to know words. And these people got failed marriages. Ain't no way I'll be trying to teach married women how to stay together and with their husband. I don't have 2, 3 failed ones. That's Kevin Samuels, and that's what's the new one that just came out? Melanie King. Yeah, press button to watch all them nerd niggas over there drooling at this little light skin. Half of press button, fake locks. Press button. Y'all internet personalities is hilarious. She said, "Oh no." Excuse me for a second, class. Melanie King said, "Oh no." He said, "I'm a hard worker. You don't like that?" She said, I had to go to bed on Melanie. She said, I work hard to live an extravagant life, press button, and to go all the way around. What? And you're giving men advice? Ain't no nigga finna sit up there, hard-working man finna live in your Disneyland fantasy YouTube. Fucking from you, where you get money from other simps. What the fuck? What he telling you is, baby, I'll take all that away and take care of your little hot ass. But all this heifer won't is for you to chase them around. We gonna talk about this tonight. Trust me.
They compromise the core of the landlord-tenant relationship. Ever feel like you were just a tenant on your own property? I swear they are diminishing the estate.
Oh, listen. She said it right here. They're pretending that you're a tenant. They're making it seem like you're a tenant on your own property.
Refrain from any act which will diminish the value of the reversion or the remainder, if such an act is also under all other circumstances an unreasonable use of the premises.
1 second.
This particular area defines the 14th Amendment estate. Okay, not the trust. The trust falls under the estate. Everything goes in a nice lineal fashion. Okay, we start with the estate up here, and everything falls beneath it. There's things that fall beneath this estate, and under the 14th Amendment estate, other things fall. So these estates have been established hundreds, who knows, thousands of years back. It's like a scientific formula.
How could the estates be handled hundreds of thousands of years back if King James just founded the royal colonies? Press 1.
They have it down pat. They know exactly, whoever they are, know exactly what something is, how it behaves, how it acts, and you don't. I swear.
How it behaves.
They must have diminished the value again. These estates normally involve a duty on the part of the estate holder to make a periodic payment for the use of the land. How about a yearly 1040? They compromise the core of the landlord-tenant relationship. Ever feel like you were just a tenant on your own property? I swear they are diminishing the estates. We're going back into feudal times, into slavery. Let's go to volume 49. Landlord and tenant is more. This goes into whether you, now this is where employment comes in as a tenant, and I want you to read this at your leisure. See if I can, okay, while a deduction from wages of a specific sum for the use of the premises or the absence of such an arrangement would be a material circumstance, it would not be in all cases conclusive either way. Here we're talking about a deduction from wages for use of premises. Now, we're not going to go into that right now, but this is, you know, now we have a W-4 form coming in. What premises are we using? So obviously the estates are being diminished. And on page 325, you will find the W-4 further defined under assignment. This is from Amjur 2D, and assignment for the benefit of creditors. A general assignment for the benefit of creditors is ordinarily a conveyance by a debtor without consideration from the grantee of substantially all his property to a party in trust to collect the amount owing to him. Down further it says something about return the surplus, if any, to the debtor. Okay. The common law, next paragraph, also embraced, in addition to the general assignments, a non-liquidating device known as a partial assignment, by which a debtor could transfer a part of his property in payment of creditors. Now, does this sound like a W-4? And under the principle that a debtor may, while he retains dominion over his property, dispose of it as he chooses, an assignment of part of his property to part of his creditors was valid unless it could be attacked as a fraudulent conveyance. Here we have, remember, an exempt W-4? Was valid unless it could be attacked for fraudulent conveyance. Page 232, I try to show that the assignment, the W-4, is an assignment as security. Wage assignments, of course, you know, wage assignments are something totally different in the minds of human beings, but I see the W-4 as an assignment for the benefit of creditors. Okay.
Exactly.
And you do, it's partial. Origin and development of death taxes. Now, in order, since everything has to work together, okay, someone has to die in order for a gift tax or an inheritance tax.
Somebody gotta die for a gift tax or an inheritance tax
To apply. In our case, the heir dies. The 14th Amendment citizen is responsible for the estate or gift tax of the trust.
See?
And I want you to go through that when you can. Inheritance taxes. These are very important things. The legislature has the power to classify property for estate tax purposes. Now, when you look at our state and the 14th Amendment state, the legislature has the power to classify the estates for tax purposes. Since the 14th Amendment is an estate, they have the power to classify that tax, and it would have to be either an estate tax or something else. Now, when I started researching this on the label, I wanted to find out if the 1040 was a will, a codicil, or what. And what I ended up with was that the 1040 is a gift tax. Indeed. That it was a deed, not a will or a codicil, because it took the description more of a deed than it did a will. It is an absolute gift to a charitable use, a corporation in Maine for a charitable use. Now, I thought perhaps it could be an estate tax, but gift tax supports it better in my eyes. If you find that it's different, let me know.
What do y'all mean, there you go? What happened? I was reading something. Did I miss something? 424-209-95. Was it the death tax? Somebody got to die? The heirs have to die? Was it that? Was it that? Did you... This shit wild, mate. Was it that?
No.
Also, the 6209 manual lists the W-4 as a gift form.
That's right. The 6405. What manual? IRM.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yeah,
the Internal Revenue Manual 6209 lists.
You would never hear that the heirs must die. You ever heard some shit like, no, I'm trying to tell you why you die. I'm trying to tell you why. Okay? There has been a huge twist, and the game is up because you're waking up. That's why the game is up. Every day, I thank God for being able to tell you more. And when I'm finished, I'm finished. But as long as God got me waking up in that mode, it seems like that's just what I do. Shout out to you guys.
The W-4 as a gift tax. On page 860, Bills and Notes, section 54. A note, an evidence of debt. Okay, we are discussing. As they choose an action, a promissory note of a third person or other evidence of debt together with any security may be the subject of a gift inter vivas. Right here it says that you can give a debt as a gift. Well, I want you to know that those Federal Reserve notes are evidences of debt. And you are giving your evidences of debt as gifts. Or you're transferring them or conveying them to other people. Okay, so there you laughed, huh? Those Federal Reserve notes are evidences of debts. Causa mortis. Please read causa mortis and gifts, because causa mortis is very important. The idea of someone has to die, okay, for a tax on a gift. Okay, and when you think that someone has to die, remember the heir here has died. The 14th Amendment citizen is paying the tax because the estate or some sort of estate has transferred. It's all metaphysical, but has transferred to a 14th Amendment citizen. The 14th Amendment citizen has to pay a gift tax because the heir is dead.
Okay, so the 14th Amendment is the awakening and the tax paid to come alive. So you paid the death tax when they kill a nigga. They kill a nigga, take his name. Now, are you listening? They wipe an heir off the planet. You're going to pay this tax credit as a citizen. You understand? You're going to wipe him off the planet. We're going to take this firstborn. We're going to take this boy, wipe him off the planet. And you going to get your cut. Press 1. That's if he lives through the process, through the abortion holocaust. If he lives like I did, then we're going to really put the pressure on him. Is anybody out there? We're going to really put your death is a blessing according to their philosophy where money is God. Do you understand? Thank you, sir. Your death is a pure blessing. And they pay the blessing tax on it. You get it? And you used to pay the tax too. Okay. But now that they got it, you pay the tax too. Okay. I just want to make sure we understand. Mike, you there? All right now. My man. You got to understand. Your death is their blessing. Am I lying? No. Your death as an heir to the kingdom of the Lord, G, is a blessing to them. It has been a blessing. Them coming over here mean your extermination. You hear what I say? Oh, I'm worse. I'm worse. I say the whole problem that you move into their neighborhood and can look at them across the street is the death and extermination chamber of your race. Oh, where's the name from the Nation of Islam? Farrakhan, get me on the phone with Farrakhan. I said, your death is the get me on the phone with Farrakhan. I said, your death is the blessing. It's the construct. Press 1. Lord have mercy. You see why all them black men out there dead? It is a blessing. Thank you, God. Thank you to Dagon. Thank you to the water spirit. Thank you to Kaliman, the sacrificial god of death, black death. Let's worship Kaliman more. Press 1. See? You thought I was playing. You thought it was just something against you? No, it's not you. I know what's in you. Yeah, just worship Kalima more. Worship Horta more. Keep squirting twerk mist at all the niggas so you can get more abortion. And go take Planned Parenthood and execute your first, second, and third born. Press 1 for your ignorance so they can get paid. Press 1, they mark down every abortion. There go another one. How many Plan B Parenthoods do they got? Oh, every one of those is 100% accurate. So you might as well chop them up. We can make names up with that one. Even though they ain't even got names, we can make those up because they really bought them. That means if we sold 48 packets in a box and we sold 30 billion of those because we scared the shit out of them, told them abortion wasn't legal, and that's 48,000 abortions that's about to be calculated in the next 4 years because they got a good price on the deaf babies right there. Them new names. Hey, ask Syria if they want to sell us some babies. Yeah, we got names for them over here. Yeah, right here. We can dress them up right here. Bring them from Iraq. Them motherfuckers hang off of planes, nigga, to get here. Press 1. I'll be damned if a brother polite hanging off a plane try to convince me why Africa is my home. Get your ass out of here. Press 1. You don't know how this system is operating and who's profiting, but I tell you what, it ain't far-fetched. Press 1. Oh, no, not when you know how demonic this one is. They ain't got no conscience. They in Washington, D.C. passing laws to lock them up. They ain't got no conscience. I would do the same shit he did. They ain't got no conscience. They were bred. The Bible say they bred as venomous vipers. Viper snakes. They came out the womb like this. I kid you not, nigga. They came out the womb like this. Press 1. This is not what George Washington in the morning. Press 1. That is not what they said, bro. Y'all tripping.
The 14th Amendment citizen genocided them, along with the government.
The 14th Amendment genocided them. Listen to me. The 14th Amendment genocided them along with the what?
Transferring them or conveying them to other people. Okay, so there you laughed, huh? Those Federal Reserve notes are evidences of debts. Causa mortis. Please read causa mortis and gifts, because causa mortis is very important. The idea of someone has to die, okay, for a tax on a gift. Okay, and when you think that someone has to die, remember the heir here has died, the 14th Amendment citizen is paying the tax because the estate or some sort of estate has transferred. It's all metaphysical, but has transferred to a 14th Amendment citizen. The 14th Amendment citizen has to pay a gift tax because the heir is dead. The 14th Amendment citizen genocided them, along with the government. It's conspiracy.
See that? She gave the same face Joe Biden gave. The same exact face that Obama gave. Okay? So I don't want to hear that did my teacher, that did this one. This is the same face with the same extermination. This is Nazism.
And gifts.
The Nazis.
Because causa mortis is very important. The idea of someone has to die, okay, for a tax on a gift. Okay, and when you think that someone has to die, remember the heir here has died, the 14th Amendment citizen is paying the tax because the estate or some sort of estate has transferred. It's all metaphysical, but has transferred to a 14th Amendment citizen. The 14th Amendment citizen has to pay a gift tax because the heir is dead. The 14th Amendment citizen genocided them, along with the government. It's conspiracy. None dare call it conspiracy.
Which is Masonic code or whatever they want to call it. But yeah, none may not dare call it a conspiracy. She just did. She just told you. She said it. She said it.
Now, I want to wrap this up very quickly, and we're going to go to Title 26. Well, you'll recognize it by the top says 6100. This is Title 26. But the section is 2501, imposition of tax. This is the gift tax section. In general, a tax computed as provided in Section 2502 is hereby imposed for each calendar year on the transfer of property by gift during such calendar year by an individual, resident or non-resident. Transfers of intangible property. Except as provided in paragraph 3, paragraph 1 shall not apply to the transfer of intangible property by a non-resident, not a United States citizen, or not a citizen of the United States. Now, do you notice that it does not say non-resident alien? Yeah. It says non-resident, not a citizen of the United States. Right. Okay, and intangible property doesn't apply. One a bit. Exception, paragraph 2 shall not apply in the case of a donor. Well, you are a donor, who at any time after March 8th, 1965, and within a 10-year period ending in with the date of transfer, lost United States citizenship. Now, this is about expatriation. Okay, so this one doesn't count. We just, let's involve ourselves with number 1 and 2. And go to the next page, and up the top, little b, 2501b. Certain residents of possessions considered citizens of the United States. And if you will see in number C, or letter C, certain residents of possessions considered non-residents, not citizens of the United States. I want you to know there is absolutely very little difference between the two of those definitions. You'll be almost reading double when you look at them. You go, what? Wait a minute, the other one said exactly the same thing. In there, it gives the requisite for either being a citizen or not a citizen. Okay, but let's read C. A donor who is a citizen of the United States and a resident of a possession thereof shall, for purposes of the tax imposed by this chapter, be considered a non-resident, not a citizen of the United States. Did he just say it was a citizen of the United States? Within the meaning of that term, wherever used in this title. I only find that particular wording in this area. You could literally confuse it with non-resident alien, but these words are nowhere else to be found in Title 26. But only if such donor acquired his United States citizenship solely by reason of, number one, his being a citizen of such possession of the United States, or two, his birth or residence within such possession of the United States. Well, this kind of makes it, this is very convoluted. They bring up the word possession of the United States and your birth in that possession. And from what I know of the Buck Act, this is all a possession of the United States, so I'm a non-resident, not a United States citizen, according to this definition, pursuant to the Buck Act. And the wordings of both of these are so convoluted as to make you wonder what in the heck is going on.
Yeah, where did the bear go in the buckwheat?
So if you're using non-resident alien, then you're declaring yourself to be a Frenchman.
You could be a Frenchman, because I do not find this particular wording anywhere else, and it does say anywhere else where in this title, not sections, but in this title. I find it nowhere else except under gifts and estates. So, if under a state law I'm a non-resident, not a United States citizen, does that make me a non-resident alien under some other section? I don't think so. I don't think I'm a non-resident alien. I may be a non-resident, not a United States citizen, but I don't think I'm a non-resident alien. I'm an heir. I'm still going for the heir. Now, turn the page again. In section 2511.
Now hold on. You can be a Frenchman. Now what did I just say? What are the French? Huh? She said, I don't care. I'm going for the heir. Press 1. She said, I don't care about none of that. I can be a French. I'm going to be an heir. That's what she said. Now, if a black man don't know what the hell she just said, so I don't care if I'm a French. The French are the Nazi. Yeah. That's the Red Cross, fool. Press 1. I don't trust none of these people at all. At all. Those are not those Nazis. You can be French. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to. So she's saying I can be French, but I'm finna put fraudulent paperwork to try my luck. Cause you see what I'm saying? What's the worst that can happen? A deny. You get it? You get it? Let's go. And what's your name in my chat room? Julie Underwood. If you don't sit your ass down in the back, press 1. Talking shit, talking about I was trying to tell people, press 1. You ain't said nothing. You ain't been trying to say nothing. Talking about Kev, don't start me. No, I want you to start. Start. Where is your work? Press 1. Where is your work, woman? She said, I'm going for the air, G from the Bay. This woman in my chat room talking about, I've been trying to tell people. They been trying to tell nobody nothing. It's always somebody somewhere trying to say something they don't even know. That's why ain't nobody listening to you. Because you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You got to tell them straight. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Sit your ass down. I've been trying to tell people. Press 1. Don't know nothing she talking about. You ain't been in this class long enough to try to tell somebody. Who you been telling? Democrat? You been talking to the wall. Who you talking to? Tell her, Marley, she ain't been at the U long enough. She thinks she made friends. She just wants some attention. I'll give her what she want. You want some attention, baby? Come here. Call it in. 424-209-9506. And tell me all about this you've been trying to tell people. Press 1. So, never mind that. You can tell Helena in the building. You can tell that they know they're falsifying documents and trying to be someone that they're not. That should send off huge rattles in your brain. Excuse me. Do not come in here talking about no acts. Block them. Don't come in here thinking you know. Call it in. Become part of. Do not sit in my chat because nobody on the air can hear you. You're putting out dates and this and that. Nope, that's not how this works. I'm sorry.
The little b portion. Intangible property. Remember, the non-resident, not a United States citizen tax did not apply to intangible property. For the purpose of this chapter, in the case of a non-resident, not a citizen of the United States who is exempted from the application of Section 2501A2, shares of stock issued by a domestic corporation and debts of obligation.
Frog notes.
A United States person, or B, the United States, a state or other political subdivision thereof, or the District of Columbia, which are owned and held by such non-resident, shall be deemed to be property situated within the United States. Your Federal Reserve notes are property situated within the United States. Pursuant to this definition, that's why nobody has been able to say, hey, I am not employed or getting income from within the United States. You're not. The Federal Reserve note is. This just makes it thus.
So Howard Freeman's argument there figures directly to those notes.
Yeah. And where we get this from is on the next page, Title 31. Let's see if I have that marked. No, let's go to the next page over there. There's the United States can accept gifts on Section 3113. Isn't that generous of them? To provide the people of the United States with an opportunity to make gifts to the United States government to be used to reduce the public debt.
Where are you?
Section 3113, page 249. Okay, it's Title 31. To provide the people of the United States with an opportunity to make gifts to the United States government to be used to reduce the public debt. Isn't that what your 1040 is used for?
Sure.
Supposedly? Will that public debt ever be reduced?
No.
Never. This is... Now you can turn the page to Section 3121 of Title 31.
So they put you in there, gave you a Social Security number, you pay back the debt, and you pay back the debt to your own deaths, to your own. It's just wow.
Little B1 says, under conditions prescribed by the Secretary, an obligation issued under this chapter and redeemable on demand of the owner or holder may be used to pay the United States government for taxes imposed by it. The obligation imposes the tax. Imposed by it. The obligation imposed the tax. And turn the page one more time to page 267. This comes from Title 31, and we're going to go to Note 58, Treasury Notes. United States notes issued under acts, etc., 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 is still valid. Intended to circulate as money, and actually having constituted with the national banknotes the ordinary circulating medium of the country, were moreover obligations of the national government. The money is the obligation. The Federal Reserve note is the obligation, the debt obligation. It is the note. It imposes the tax under the gift tax as far as I can see, or estate tax. If I am wrong, please prove it to me.
It's exempt from state tax.
And on the next page, 257, you shall find exemption from taxation. And this is the last page, and we can then talk about the whole situation. The tax status of interest on obligations and dividends, earnings, or other income from evidences of ownership issued by the government or an agency, and the tax treatment of gain and loss from the disposition of those obligations and evidences of ownership is decided under the Internal Revenue Code of 1954. Now, do you agree with me that the possibility that this is a gift tax or an inheritance tax exists?
Yes.
Do you agree with me that there is an estate of two types, one for a lesser estate, for incompetent people, infants?
Yes.
Are you heirs of freedom also?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I want you to tell everybody you meet, or introduce yourself, or proclaim your airness, your aeristrariousness, because when I found this, I thought it was the most beautiful thing I've ever found in my entire life, and it just all fell right down into place. And there is much more to see, but I tried to give you just the bare essentials and try to keep it as clean and clear, so not truly confuse you. And if you go out and research it, please be aware that they have commingled the two estates. This is not correct, nor is it right, nor is it legal, nor is it valid. When you have a trust, if you own corn and the trustees make whiskey, you still own the whiskey and the dregs of the corn. And you have to identify the property. It's called tracing the trust, or what is it called? You're actually tracing the property, identifying the trust property as it goes down. If you can identify the property, you own it. For example, the right to travel is part of this estate. Oops. And hilarious. I ran across something very interesting on pedestrians. A pedestrian has a right to travel.
What I say? I don't trust you. Press 1. And you can't make me trust you. For this is choice. Press 1. I don't trust you one bit. And I urge each and every one of you to start thinking to yourself, should you have trust in them? Holding your interest while you're ignorant. You were born ignorant that this was even you. This could even be a possibility that it could be you. But I'm telling you, scriptures say when God proves and shows who his children is, the whole world is going to be just as shocked as you are. Trust me. I mean, literally, trust me. Press 1. Literally, they're going to be a shock. They're going to say, not them. Right here. And you almost, I'm just hoping people get prepared for themselves personally, not just see the external effect of wanting something. I mean, really getting in their mind that they have to be and live a certain code of conduct, or they're going to be black or criminalized and lose their citizenship, whatever you want to call it. That same energy, you know what I'm saying? You can't be of the world right there. The world cannot have any power over you. Jurisdiction, None of that. And if you choose to be in the world, it's more like you could just go be in the world, because the world is going into the bottomless pit, because all of its legal matters is that of the bottomless pit. So that's where it's going, right there on that ocean, in the middle of whatever jurisdiction that they can oil rig themselves to. I don't know, nor do I care. I only care about what this lady talking about here. I don't really care what happened. I just care about that. If that's a possibility, then we got this whole thing wrong. You know, she just pretty much said you gotta research this right here. We gotta see who this belongs to, so we can attach ourselves to it, because we are people of the ground. We the Adam that God is talking about. The firstborns who went astray because we were listening to Eve bite the apple. And Jay-Z said, don't bite the apple, Eve. Now you're walking around with your bust out, being a harlot and a whore, ready to go to Dubai, that's all nations, and rent yourself out when you are the kings and queens of God. That's why they want you. The low, confident, but they want you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you ready to, like the church. The woman is the representation of the church. The way you see your woman spraying mist, twerk mist everywhere, that's the collection plate. Person going around the church. She represents that right there. That's why most of these Sodom and Gomorrah dudes be trying to lure these women out the church, because the church is the foundation. The church is the backbone. And they say the woman is the backbone of what? All right then. Somebody said, but Todd, crazy, talking about your head fit perfectly with Mount Rushmore. Good. It fit perfect? Good. That's where it belongs. Right here looking this way. Looking at you like this. He looking forward. He looking that way. You don't see this asshole behind us. We're going to erase him and put Mr. Gillespie. And then we got Abraham Lincoln looking at my back. Get him, Cap. I tried to help him. Look at him. We got a prosperous generation. We looking forward to this right here. We're going to free everybody, give them sovereignty. Look at him. Yeah, right behind you. I'm looking at the other bird and clouds up there. This God work. Look at this fool come out of nowhere in the 1930s and 50s during our whole, this Adolf Hitler haircut in the first place. We didn't do our research on him. I don't trust him or anybody who came up under this fool or no New Deal or nothing. That's how you got to address America. America's a whore. It's a harlot. Press one. My motherland has been a whore to immigrant. Press one. A whore. Press one. That's why you got to talk to America. You got to talk to this whore. Sit your ass down. Press one. And spend up all the goddamn money in Ukraine. What's the fuck wrong with y'all corporate assholes? Relinquish. Don't trust them. None of these guys, none of them, Wakanda, none of them trusted this asshole behind me. That's why he need to be erased from history. Press one and put up and say, we found Hitler. Press one. Dressed up as an American. Trying to speak English over here, then going back over there doing mind cap Joe Biden videos, lock him up. Press one, Look at Todd. Trust nobody. That's Tupac. You gotta trust somebody. Our people gotta trust. We trust God and His Word. We don't trust the world. That's the nobody right there. That's the nobody. Don't trust none of them. Trust one. Trust God's Word. Have the faith of mustard seed and get out there and get them. Don't trust no other nation. Press one. Don't trust them. I know they was telling the Israelites, when y'all pass through the land of Ishmael and Esau, don't do nothing. Just keep going. Don't even drink no damn water. Don't even do it. Esau's a cold motherfucker. Don't do it. He's waiting for you. Just keep going. Go to the river to make a left on Crenshaw. Do not stop in Beverly Hills. Press one. Don't do it. Don't go to Glendale. Your ass will be in trouble. Keep going. Don't get off the bus. Press one. Trust no nobleman, says the word. It says people in the Bible. I'm in law and in sovereignty. You probably got that out of Romans somewhere. And Leviticus, bring me, don't trust. God's people are kings and queens, noblemen, kinsmen, family. I don't know who told you don't trust them. I don't know which one of them. All of them didn't get along. So all they words ain't law. So don't be trying to hold me captive to what Peter and Paul said, or no Roman, or nothing to give me the word, give me the law, let me study. Press 1. You hear me, Talina? All of them, Peter's word ain't law. Yeah, everything ain't law. You get me? Everything ain't law. The laws are in here. Press 1. Y'all bought Mickey Mouse religion. The law process, it describes it in Deuteronomy, but it's in Leviticus. It's how this nation was founded, by law. Not Mickey Mouse. Not it say this, and because of this, and then the Romans said this, and then the other Greek, and then this one, and then that way we got to believe this. No, that the Bible wasn't written like this. It wasn't written like this. This is a collection of books. And because your parents or whoever taught you this was out of order, don't come in my classroom like that. Don't come in my classroom. That means you caught up in the world. Stay in your place. Don't think you can get on and be friends. I'm not doing it no more. 2 years, 3 years. I seen the best of them come and go. The most finest women in the world come and go. Trust me. You can't beat them. Trust me. I seen them come and go, boo boo. I have no feelings towards the spandex, the wigs, the makeup, the false identity, none of them. I don't give 2 shits about none of them. You get no leeway here trying to get ahead like that. We must understand the word in context. There you go. In context. In context. Everything is in context, you know. But the most important thing is understanding the law in context. Once you understand this law in context, you're going to be able to... See, the Bible ain't there for you to just be talking and y'all just... I don't know what the hell y'all be doing. The law. Wrap your head around the law. Not Mickey Mouse. And look at her, Talina, still up in there. Mickey Mouse. She gonna have us in church where no law is, bumping our head, getting praise to ourselves or to this idiot up here trying to convince me to be a person in this church for $49.99 a week. That's not what he's talking about. The law. He put the kings over us. Press 1. The law. Talina, you're not going to there no more. Okay, that means ain't no church worshiping on Sunday. That's not happening. Don't go to church with Ali. Press 1. Don't go to church with Ali, ma'am.
Shame.
Ali being here reading his word. Press 1. Ali be reading his word. Boy, Ali be reading his word, boy, and swear. Boy, he said, got that shit sounding good, nigga. I asked Ali, where you at church on Sunday? Sir, we just read this out the Bible. Law. There's no such thing as no Masonic Bible. There's no such thing of no Masonic Bible. Masonics, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is a Masonic Bible? Press 1. What is that? The Gideon, the one that I got from jail, is the same one that I'd buy off of eBay. The King James one, thick one that was stolen from me. I just repurchased. Doesn't matter. The law remains the same. Doesn't matter. There ain't no such thing as no damn Freemasonic Bible. It's not. They not. What are you talking about? Ain't no such thing. Press 1. Ain't no such thing. There is no such thing. None. You can put a Freemasonic stamp on a Bible. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make mine. It's the Bible of Kevin Gillespie, but there ain't nothing gonna be here. Better not be changed. I tell you that. I could put my name on the front. Actually, I seen it on Amazon, but I got a laser printer in there. I'm gonna put the Bible of Kevin Gillespie right at the bottom, right here. Okay, it ain't gonna change this law. Press 1. And if it is a Masonic Bible and it changed the law, then they have cursed themselves and will fall into the pit just like the rest of the system. Period. This is not that hard. Cool. It's just a Bible with the square and compass on the front. It's still the. So what's the problem? Y'all getting attached to Freemasons and like illusion, like y'all like to be afraid. Y'all like to think about nigga. He's a Freemason. He's a Freemason. This a robber. This another Freemason. Fine. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. They built this whole place for you to live. You talking about them damn Freemasons? Well, he's the only Mason around this bitch. Him right here. He's the big one. That's the big dog. Press 1. So what? What that mean? Your ass is here, free of charge. Press 1. Immigrant. So you don't tell me about who a Freemason and try to keep somebody scared. That's the G right there. Colonel George right there. That's why the G is in the ring. Because he built the whole damn system. So shut up. This Freemason malarkey conspiracy theory. Press 1 when you just afraid to speak. You just scared. You need a boogeyman. Every day you watch a movie, you live the movie The Monsters, Inc., where some boogeyman, press 1, the damn Mason logo got a damn compass on it. Not a gun. Not a motherfucking nigga hanging. It has a precise compass. That's for measuring. Fool, where my drink? Niggas don't want to even fill out a damn resume. Worried about a damn compass. Don't believe the devil himself. Press 1. You've been watching too many conspiracies for 30 years. And you still wrapped up and ain't figured out that that's a ruler. Man, what the fuck, man? That's why Pox, I'm killing that shit. Y'all niggas spend your whole lives dwelled in and forget about the law. God is the biggest Mason builder in the world, in the universe that you speak of. What you talking about? Ain't no but what you mean calm down? There is no calm down. Get your ass out of here. Ain't no calm down. You only tell people to calm down when they're uncontrollable and undisciplined. Oh, this is spontaneous, punk. Press 1, don't get mad. Don't tell me to stop. That's what you wanted. You better watch yourself. You go to South Central with that mentality. Calm down, fella. You punch in the fucking mouth. Ain't no calm down. Go to the BDs. Tell them, calm down. You better keep it real. You don't belong here. That's how they know. What do you mean calm down? That's how we talk. Fuck, I gotta calm down for niggas in LA know what this is. You ain't heard one nigga in LA. Calm down, kid, man. That do too much, man. Hell no. Rock out. Ain't not one nigga in New York. Talk your shit is what they say. Press 1. They say in the South, get them, water. They don't caught you down bad, water. That's how we see you down there. Press 1. They don't say calm down. You man. Ain't no man. You can't start telling no lion to calm down. Fuck you mean? Calm down. My job is to make sure you understand this. There is no you. You can't do shit unless you get mad, fool. Unless you like to play like Charleston White. There ain't no calm down. What about now? Niggas always want you to be calm after the retaliation. Oh, nigga, turn the fucking channel up, nigga. Turn it up. Calm down. It ain't nothing but weak niggas who can't speak for themselves. No. Been calm for 40 years. destruction. I've been trying to make sense of this shit for 40 years. Fuck calming down. Calming down don't do nothing for me. If you scared, go to shh. They gonna hear you. They gonna hear us. Press what? They gonna hear us. Press what? Somebody gonna hear. Lord have mercy. I can't do it with these gentlemen of today. They just weak as hell. Nobody told the white lady to calm down. Not one of these men sitting up there told her, calm down. What? Look at her face. Calm down. You looking at me hard. What? Calm down. Democrat. Calm down. You didn't tell her to calm down. She said genocide everybody, fool. You didn't tell her to calm down. She said genocide them. The heirs. She didn't say, you didn't say calm down, ma'am. That shit up. Ain't no calm down. And that's the reason why your ass is weak and under the jurisdiction of the federal government, because your ass is calm. That's why your woman is cheating on you, because you calm. That's why you can't defend your family. You can barely have a weapon in the house because your ass is calm. The men in America is calm with their weak ass. Calm, weak. Calm and weak. Riding around in muscle cars, and as weak as you are, you niggas need motherfucking little compact hatchback Hondas or something. Volvos and Subarus. Press 1. Get your ass out that car. Press 1. Your ass too calm. Your ass need a Subaru.
He can use a highway anytime, day or night.
Oh my goodness.
Is a pedestrian perhaps whiskey from our corn? Because that's where the right to travel has gone, this constitutional right. It started looking very interesting to me in the DMV code when it didn't define a means of conveyance.
Somebody get the nigga a Prius for his birthday. Get out the Camaro. Get out the Hellcat. You go ahead and get this nigga's a Prius, a silent vehicle, because that's what your ass is, a silent vessel, a motherfucking remote control, motherfucking solar powered submarine. That's what your ass is. Don't make no noise. Press 1. This nigga got a solar powered dog, a solar powered vehicle. Your wife is solar powered. She don't never get too loud. I need me a nigga woman. Yeah, pop that neck. I'm mad too. Sometimes I just want to be in a good restaurant and get mad and say Black Lives Matter. Just get a free meal. I don't give a fuck no more. Press 1. Black Lives Matter. Walk right the fuck out. Press 1. I don't care. They ain't gonna see us as some niggas anyway. Press 1. That's what. I don't care, G. Just keep making me mad. That's all I can ask for. Just make me mad some more. Just make me mad. I do better getting mad. Press 1. I do better. Trust me.
Conveyance. And as a matter of fact, I can't really find the definition of a pedestrian too clearly defined either. Except that he...
You see how Boosie was talking at them police officers yesterday? I'm fucking pissed off, man. Press 1. No, man. Y'all know me, man. Press 1. Hell no. All I saw was the haircut bouncing around. Look at Boosie. Boosie. Every time you see Boosie, somebody always fucking with Boosie. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out from the class. Oh my goodness. Boosie, man. Shit. Boosie was going off, boy. Todd, you a fool. You a Instagram junkie. Press 1. Boosie was going off that haircut, bro. That's when you know you right. You know you right. You can't do nothing unless you get mad. Nigga, you better be like Boosie. Even if you in handcuffs, bro. You don't set that bitch off. Press 1. That's why I love niggaism. Press 1. They turned us into some cold people. Set that bitch off. Press 1. I tell Farrakhan, let's do a Million Man March and put the Boosie music and set that bitch off. They'll write you a check. Trust me. Press 1. They down with the cause. They scared of that type of shit. Boosie music? Capitol building? Same motherfucking playing? At the same motherfucking time? Oh, these motherfuckers will feel that shit. Antifa will be like, what the Bring out the champagne glasses. Motherfucking condoms. This one's on us. What y'all want? Motherfucker, we want our trust. We want our trust back. That's what the fuck we want. And we ain't leaving. That's one. We hold car meets every other day. Motorcycle clubs to the left. Press one. Facts. You gotta beat them legally. You gotta beat them up. Press one.
He does have the right to travel. And that he can use a highway anytime, day or night. And there are certain rules that apply to him, the rules of the road.
Yeah.
And it starts beginning, there are some court cases that we're trying to find and bring up regarding how they define pedestrian, and could it possibly be that this is trust property convoluted? Because when they convolute and commingle the trust property, it's illegal. It's an illegal action on the trustee's part.
Told you.
What you owned as corn is now whiskey, and you can't identify your corn.
I told you, they got us. It's now whiskey. And you can't identify the corn. Oh, they beat you all over the place, black man. Wake up.
In liquid form.
Put it in liquid form.
No, you can have it.
But the whiskey still belongs to you. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is identify it and trace it.
All you got to do is trace it and identify it. Can we do that? Can we identify, let's say the Gillespie, let's start with Kevin Gillespie first. Let's start with Kev, and then we'll work our way down there. Let's do a science project and use Kev as the fucking, if I win, we win. Let's use Kev. And if there's a crack in the motherfucking matrix anywhere, we'll see it. Lord have mercy. They don't strip you and made whiskey, made liquid heroin out your shit.
Trace how they brought it down.
Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any questions?
Listen.
If you can't get the dower or the assignment of dower registered with the county clerk or whatever, might I suggest maybe putting it in a paper where it becomes public knowledge, and if everybody knows about it, this estate is separate.
Well, I could do that. However, I don't have the funds to do that at this point. It's rather expensive. There are other means of doing it. We could publish it on a courthouse wall. And
see, there are ways. I'm gonna stop it here because she's going somewhere where the average person, I see the Aboriginals like, what the fuck? It's this nigga Kev serious as hell. Yeah, there are ways. Press one. I'm not anything. I'm just a free man. Fact. I'm gonna set that bitch off. Because you don't need Vlad TV no more. You wouldn't need none of these people that say they are the gatekeepers to your success. You don't need them. I've already proved to myself I do it by myself. I'm so persistent. That's one of my best weapons is persistence. Think of your gifts as weapons. You feel me? That's one thing about me. And one thing all millionaires know, nothing beats persistence. Nothing. And that's my biggest attribute is nigga, I don't care if I lost yesterday. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm so persistent. But finish this damn debate. Finish this issue. I'm coming back. So I advise people to get on this type of information. I am dropping this link in my to the people who are in class. Now everybody know what the appropriate tier is for class, because when I open up Discord, it's only that tier. There's no like, oh, Kev, I'm with you, but I'm at this tier 5. I can't do nothing. You can participate in the damn giveaways or whatever the hell that's going on. But as far as my class, I'm going to be dropping these links. If you want them, just send me a message on my patreon.com/KevGillsTV. Make sure you in that, because you are going to like the videos and the library. That's the book room and all that shit where I'm interactive, because I'm no longer interactive in just a chat. I'm more of a studier. I like my group to like be on they study naturally, not like, hey, what is this? No, I'm talking about the people that just naturally in life just do this. So I don't have to ask for nothing, just become part of the collective that's already in play. And we just merge together and just drop notes and appreciate and grow together as a unit rather than, just everything everywhere. So that's why I'm just taking my time and enjoying that. But yeah, she already told you was genocided. That's not what George Washington, Thomas Jefferson and wanted. Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, she already told you they genocided you with the 13th and 14th Amendment. When you watch the 13th Amendment on Netflix, you will see how many blacks were enslaved. Then the 14th Amendment did what? It got you up out of here. That's the next amendment. That's the next one. It ain't 13th and then the 29th. No, it's the next one. That shows premeditation. Why am I looking at this as a corporate criminal banking fucking trial? Because it is. It's very criminal, corporate, white collar with death penalty, fucking repercussion, that type of shit. Because if the king ever regains power, which they cannot, they don't even have power to stop the king from coming into power. They have no jurisdiction. They have no power over the king coming into power. Let me make that clear. So there's nothing to be afraid of. They have no power to stop the heir of the heirs from coming into power. None. The only weapon is distraction, entertainment, the slowing down of, please don't, that type of shit. They have no power to stop the coming of what people know in the Bible. They have no, although it looks like they got weapons and hit teams and missiles and this, they have no power to stop the king from assuming power that is already granted. You get what I'm saying? So there is nothing else to do but to wait and just accept. Now the king can say, all those, you know how they used to come out here, all you who turn down your weapons will be given, what are they given? Asylum and where you forgive, like the shitty cuz woman. You give them, what's that when you give them, I've been learning so many words. From asylum to, well, you give them that, whatever that word is. I got to find the word. By way of the king. Other than that, there's no real, either you're going to be like, either they like, be traitors or submitters of authority. There's no like, oh, we're going to subjugate them and do this one. No, it's like at that point where the king assumes position is either what being say, get out or lay down, is either you work under the authority of the king and denounce where you are and give up all information and what you know, so you're not like decapitated or whatnot, whatever these guys want to do, and then all others are expelled. That's just like amnesty. There it is. Thank you, Jennifer. She's smart. Immunity. There you go. Give them immunity. Thank you. See, I told you, the ladies. I told you, look, all women and John Goodwill. Immunity. Give them immunity by way of the king. King is just offering immunity. That's it. She even knows that it's just identifiable and that it's there for the taking. You're just not an heir. You can try, it's the Excalibur sword. You can try as many times as you want. Not one of you punks is going to be able to reach on Excalibur at the rock and pull it out. You know why? Because you're not an heir. And you don't know this. Press 1. So we'll get to more conversations. I'm about to drop this on my Patreon for those at that tier. Open up the Discord and tonight, and get ready for a new season of Cairo University at the U. I appreciate y'all, and we can have more dialect based on this, but I got a night show tonight, so I'm gonna chill out, and yeah, I see y'all first thing in the morning, Cairo University.